Why? Because I can. There we go. We are now live. And Brad got a RC, the Grasshopper 2 Black Edition. So Brad got this. He got it at his house. He received it today or yesterday?
Today.
He received it today. But when you go to the TME website, it says this product is not currently available for purchase. So what I want to know is, where the heck did he get it? Did he get a Chinese knockoff Tamiya brand RC? What's going on? Like, this makes no sense.
I got it from Tower Hobbies. And they're out of Champaign, Illinois.
Well, they're not available, Brad. You should not. You should return them and tell them, listen, this RC is not available. I can't take it.
They gave me they told me on the 6th of July that it was available. It was late at night. I got a message and they showed that it came in. The next day, they take the money from my account and give it and send it to me, and I got it today within a couple of bucks.
The next day,
you can keep it. Then.
Almost the next day, yes, about a day and a half.
Hey, Kevin Gibbs and Dr. Hyde, how are you doing? We got Nitro Freak also in the house. How you doing? Hey, we should do a show with Nitro Freak and say electric or nitro. Which one is better?
Oh, look, there's no argument.
This is better because this is better because.
There is no argument. Electric is just better. It's the way of the future.
Yeah, but the sound of nitro is so cool, and the smell of it.
Mosquitoes in heat. You like the sound of mosquitoes in heat? No, it's annoying.
I find it annoying. I find the sound worse than a Harley Davidson.
Hey!
Hey, don't knock the Harley.
No way, not a Harley. A Harley has a pop, 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 pop.
And
the nitro goes. That's
yeah,
not the same.
You didn't take it right. The Harley Davidson sounds better than the nitro.
Oh yes,
that's not the way it sounded.
But that's natural.
Sorry, that's actual.
Actually, let me give you the one reason why electric is better than nitro. Demonstration. Start, you stupid thing.
Wait a minute, the temperature change. I have to tune it. Just a little bit.
Hang on.
Humidity change.
Still not tuned.
I have to tune it.
Where'd that carb needle go?
Yeah.
Ah, crap.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why electric is better.
Hey, guy on the moose.
Okay, I'm not getting any of the messages.
I am.
Oh, okay. I put on live chat,
there.
top chat. It says, well, I got slow mode on. I think that's a setting you might be able to change.
Slow
No,
mode's
I
been
did turn on slow mo. What slow mo means is people can't type. Has to wait 20 seconds before typing again.
Yeah, and that's screwing up my receiving the stuff on the live chat.
No, it should not. You should receive the chat at the same speed. What it stops them is to type faster, just like our buddy does there, Sean.
I know what it's supposed to, but now I'm not getting anything.
Shut up.
What are you telling me shut up for?
Shout out.
Oh, shout out. Okay. Yeah, shout out.
I wouldn't tell you to shut up. My God, that's rude.
Yeah, like come on now. Yeah, I can always kick you out. I'm trying to make Lyle smile tonight, and he's not smiling. He's just there looking and saying, "Those guys are just a bunch of idiots. What the heck am I doing here?" Like that's the little bubble that I'm seeing beside his head. It's just going like. So what?
It's so hot out there.
Brad, shut up.
It's hot out there still, Lyle?
28 degrees today. It's supposed to be 30 all weekend.
Okay, cool.
3 weeks now of like 28 days or 26 degrees being the coolest day, I think, or something like that.
Wow.
Well, it was cold here today. I actually had to turn on the heat in my car when I went for a car ride.
Well, that's nuts.
Whoa.
All I'm getting is for the last 24 hours is thunderstorms and rain, and it's raining right now.
Okay. Trail
It's
crawler
gonna rain
RC.
the rest of the week.
Trail crawler RC. You got to put it in one word. Shout out in one word, and it will work. Sorry for that.
That's what I did as a demo.
Yeah. just like magnified RC did.
Mm-hmm. But no, the weather down here is actually overcast and not very tenable for shooting RC trail vids. It's kind of it's well for us it's cold, but for you it would be considered warm because it's like 14 degrees C or whatever it is in fuzzy height. I don't know what it is in fuzzy height, but yeah, it's 14 degrees C.
There, I took the slow mode off. AZ
Yeah, because
Froggy,
Nightbot can't chat if you turn it off.
That's true. Nightbot would
Yeah, like
actually have to wait 20 seconds before putting it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And speaking of Sean, there's Sean.
Sean, be careful, Sean. I got my finger right on your name.
Re-enable the slow-mo. I'm kidding, Sean. Kidding. Yeah, but yeah. So it's we're not to mention that we're still in a bit of lockdown up here too. It's just been extended by a week, so that's no fun.
Nope.
Yeah.
Most of it's been left in here, but tomorrow starts the transfer of STDs and all the other things that come with Calgary Stampede. So
Okay.
COVID will be back here in no time.
Hey, Lyle, you said it was 29 there.
28 today.
28. Okay, that's like 85 or something like that. 83. In Celsius, what it is for me right now is 42.7778.
What, 105?
109.
109. Yikes.
It's 60 Fahrenheit here, which is 16 Celsius.
In that case, it's 55 here then?
57.
Yeah, something like that. See, I don't know what it is in fuzzy height. I don't know what it is.
I cheated.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. As I said, I don't know what that is in fuzzy height. So, yeah.
All we're getting is hot and rain, and I'm so sick of it. The rain.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sick of it being hot in my place. But when I'm outside, if I was playing with an RC, I don't give a crap that it's that hot.
Mm.
But if I'm
Uncle Lee's in the chat.
Different start. Uncle Lee.
Yeah, Bull Gear RC, Uncle Lee is in the chat.
Oh, okay.
He's probably
hello, Bull Gear.
He's probably rained out too.
Oh yeah.
Depends on where he is.
There's a lot of guys that actually had storms and wrecked their trails in the back, and trees fell out and flooding. There's a lot
there's
of
all kinds of flood. I know there's all kinds of flooding in New York City around Sean there.
Oh yeah.
Time to get an RC boat.
Yeah.
You know, if you get 2 RC boat, you could wear them as shoes and get around.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like those coveralls that fly fishermen use.
Sure.
I reckon, during times of flood that there should be an Uber service that uses RC boats to get food to people.
They could do that. They could float it on a trailer thing or a barge that sits behind it.
Yeah.
So Lyle, when's the last time you went to the Calgary Stampede? You go every year, or?
Never been.
You've never been, really?
No. 23 years I've lived here.
I've been, when I lived there, I think I pretty much went to most of them.
Too expensive.
But I was pretty young.
$40 to park your car and about $18 a beer.
Well, I was young, so I
RC?
took the bus there, so I didn't have to park a car. That was back in
I don't take public transit.
back in the 80s.
I did not know you lived that far west, Frank, before.
Yeah, I stayed there for 5 years in Alberta, Calgary.
So you probably saw the beautiful mountains out in further north.
Yes, I did. I actually walked on them too.
Yeah, they're only a couple minutes from here. Calgary's like at the base of the mountains. I walk outside and I can look at them.
What about Banff? Banff is nearby.
Yeah, I went to Banff. I went to the hot springs. The only place I have not been and I wanted to go when I was there is actually Vancouver. I wanted to go visit that.
Oh, that's further west. But Banff and Calgary are very beautiful areas.
Yeah, I drove there lots of time. I drove there maybe 4 or 5 times when I lived there. if not more.
The Canadian Rockies.
Yeah. Well, the Canadian Rockies goes like this, and Calgary is there. So the higher up you go, the farther it gets away. From Edmonton, you don't see the Rockies, but from Calgary, you do see them very good.
But we've actually got hot springs here as well, which was something I was unaware of until one of my friends dragged me to it and said, "Here, stick your foot in the water." I'm like, "It's freezing." He goes, "No, the water's at 33 degrees. It's not freezing. Stick your foot in it." I stuck my foot in it, and I ended up swimming for over an hour and a half because I didn't want to get out.
Yeah, hot spring. Call my faucet.
Yeah, but if you go to Wyoming, the Yellowstone, that's an area that'll just scorch you to death and kill you.
Yeah, don't
Those
want
are the type of hot springs. Those are the type of hot springs they have. And Iceland has hot springs, even though it's cold there.
Yeah, it's
They've got a lot of thermal activity there. Yep, thermal activity.
Trail Quarter RC, what's happening, Frank? Been racing at all? I do not race. I used to race the Slash 4x4 and 2-wheel drive Slash when the racetrack was open, but they closed down. And that was just for fun. But I haven't raced since. But I do a lot of crawling, and we just had an opening for the RC park I helped build with a buddy of mine, and things are going good there. So
that's new. That's new. That's good.
Yep.
This is about the biggest I'm dealing with.
Cool.
I'm still waiting on my truck to arrive.
That looks way too clean.
Yeah, I just finished it. I'm not done. I just finished painting it. I still got to put everything else on it.
Okay.
So.
But no, I used to race, and the track that I used to go to, it's gone. You know, we always thought that if you had a hobby store with a track attached to it, you'd make money off the track and not the hobby store. Turns out that wasn't the case. As soon as the invention of online RC parts came about, people stopped buying from the hobby store, and that was it. The place is gone. Yep. And so did the racing. It's gone.
I
think you have to evolve. Yeah, nowadays you have to evolve, and you have to evolve with the online also. So if the only way you're going to compete with the online store is yourself have an online store, an online database for people to actually go shop. That's the only way to survive.
It was really hard for that store to actually have an online as well as a shop front, because people would see the online pricing and go, "Oh, I can get it for this." But what they're forgetting is that the online store would reduce the online price because you have to pay for the postage to send it out to make that item attractive for you to buy it online. And then when you come into the store and go, "But hang on, you've got this online for $15 cheaper. Why can't I get that price in store?" And you have to say to people, "Look, the online price is different to the in-store due to the fact we've got to cover the cost of postage." You know, so if you're coming into a store and just but if you're coming into the store and just picking up,
go ahead. Sorry.
Sorry. If you're just coming into the store and just picking it up right there, you're not paying for the postage. So they've got to increase their margins in store to cover that cost. And it just doesn't work.
Yeah, but people have to realize also when you're shopping online, you will pay shipping. No matter what. I buy from Asia Tees, and at the end, there's always this friggin' shipping that's cost me $30 or $40 shipping. And people don't take that into account when they look at the price online for a light kit, and all of a sudden, they're paying this for shipping. So it is hard to compete, but
it is.
Some people they don't have a choice. You have to have an online store and an online presence.
Unless like with the new little shop that we have for our race group, if you will, AZ Turn and Burn. He's got a trailer that he takes to the events, so he's got parts at the events. Because even though we run in front of a hobby shop, they aren't open when we run. So if people break something, he's got some spare parts. Also, he's got stuff that we use at the location we're at the backyard tracks, stuff like that. And they're trying to get a couple other tracks set up for themselves in front of the shop. And then there's another one, could be about 45 minutes away from me. So that, if you're doing it for a local race scene and you know you've got the clientele because you've got 80 racers that come in at different times, that helps out too.
Yeah.
Big time.
But
It-
yeah. Bunch of Karens down here would complain, "You're racing at the hobby store. Why isn't the hobby store open?" You know, that's just the sort of attitude they had down here.
Yeah.
Kind of annoying.
I used to do like a dirt track. Oh, it was real small. If it was scaled, it'd probably be an 8th scale
Mhm.
track, but it was at someone's property, and he even had the stuff underground to take the timing and everything out of it.
Oh
The
wow.
timing, yeah. So he had the whole kit and caboodle. They lived in a big house too, so they were wealthy,
Mm.
and we used to run there. That's the only type of racing I ever done. And the hobby shop in the area from here, they have their own track outside. Some people go there to use it just to, after they buy the car or something, they run it around their track.
I usually go to the baseball diamond. It's fun. On the baseball diamond, you go around the bases and you go around there. It's a lot of fun. But the only problem is people always try to hit my car with a baseball bat or a ball or are bitching at me and telling me, "Hey, you're disrupting the game. You're disrupting it." I just hate that when they yell at me.
I go to a baseball diamond when no one's there.
Oh, you mean I have to wait till there's no one there?
That's
Oh.
no fun.
Your call.
I'm just kidding. I don't do that.
We used to have the local netball courts, and the netball courts were the only bit of concrete that we could race our RC cars on. And the owner of the netball association one day decided to disrupt everything and decided, oh, we're going to hold our practice at, 7 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. So we turn up there with our cars and she goes, "So you're the beeps who've been ruining the paint on the beeping court." No, do you see the size of our cars and do you see the size of those burnouts? Big difference. And so she ended up getting a court injunction against us saying that we couldn't use the courts even though they were public access courts. So we ended up contacting a kind of a chicken feed lot who had a massive concrete car park for their trucks to go in and out. And we contacted them and they said, as long as you don't go past the fence, you're good. So we ended up racing on their front forecourt for years. And then, of course, some idiots would see us there on a Saturday racing our cars. They go there on Saturday night, do dirty, great big burnouts on the concrete. And the next day I get a phone call saying, that's it, no more. Right. So that was the end of our RC in the area.
Yeah.
Ethan,
it says, Frank, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong, Frank. You have to go to the golf course. There's an idea.
I have actually been.
Yeah, they
so
do that a lot in
tempted.
Britain. They do that. They do that Britain a lot.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I could never do that here. There's always I couldn't do it. The Metro Parks has a couple of them, maybe even 3 of them, and I would never even try to do it there, even though it would be a great place to do it with the sand traps, the thicker grass, the low piled grass. It's a lot of fun to race on one of those.
I've seen some guys on YouTube and on Facebook, whatever. They go on the golf green and they go after the old guys and they go where the ball and disrupt the game. I think that's wrong.
Yeah.
You should go. You can go on the golf green, but don't go when there's nobody there. Go there when there's nobody there, and don't destroy the green with your tires. Like, be respectful for other people's property. You want to go fast, you can, but guys, be respectful.
Yeah, I had a 4-wheeler and I was driving around next to the golf course, and I loaded it back up. As soon as I was loaded up, cop pulls over. "Hey, we had a call. Someone's driving on the golf course." I'm like, "Are you stupid? I'm not driving on the golf course. I know what I'm driving next to it. There's trails there. I'm not going to destroy it."
I
Can't
don't know
even have any fun without getting called cops on you.
Mm-hmm.
Which one of you actually watched my video here, the Ollie's Up and Down Park, RC Park Up and Down Challenge?
I didn't get notified it was
That's pretty
on.
good, right?
I did.
I didn't get a notification that you'd even uploaded it, even though I'm subscribed.
So at the opening, there's my tower. At the opening, we did what's called the Up and Down Challenge. Now it was around 44 degree, I think. So everybody was going up, and then they had to stop here. And if you flipped it, you were done for.
Done, yeah.
You were out. So here he kind of screwed up a little bit. If I give him a chance, okay, try it again. I told him and do it. But this was a fun challenge. And then as we go, I go up here. There's different holes, and it changes the angle. People were having so much fun doing this.
I forgot who made that or finished it. One finished it, didn't it? Almost.
Yeah, it's finished now. It's all stained. It's got a.
Well, no, I
wood
mean
glue.
one of the RCs.
I
made
saw
it
that
all the way
mound.
up to the top.
Yeah,
Right?
at the end. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
one guy that made it to the top.
I saw the mound that you made there on the other side of where we were showing. There was a mound there. You have little rocks. You climb up that, and then you go on that bridge that's behind there. Is that how it's set up?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty cool park. There's a lot of different things to do. There's a technical area where there's a lot of structures you can have fun on, and then there's a trail side, and we're really adding to the trail side also this week and next week, and we're having another event on the 25th. So it's a lot of fun. But we're also telling the people, hey, listen, we are open on Saturday and Sunday, even though we don't have an event, a special event. The park is still open. Like, come on down. Like, if you want to be by yourself and play with yourself and your truck, go right ahead.
You say that's at your friend's house?
Yes, it's at my friend's house. It's at it's a guy's house. He got a property. The property is pretty big. The trail side is on government property, which we are allowed to do trails as long as they're not permanent structures. We can put bridges, we can put stuff as long as we don't destroy the forest, cut down trees and things like that. So
Yeah, you go to a place and buy wood and just put it down there and inside the woods.
so it's been a lot of fun.
It's not destroying the forest.
A lot of guys like that challenge, and I got a couple of other challenges that I've made up because even during the chat, I don't know why the live chat is not playing again. I got to look into that. But some guys were saying it's amazing how the scale trucks are performing better than the truck that looks like monster trucks. And that's true. Like, you look at all those, like the one with very long, not wheelbase, but very high and very long shocks, they did not perform too good for that challenge. Not saying they're not good for rocks, but that for that challenge, they did not perform good.
Top heavy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Sometimes like I saw a video a while back where a guy these people had two crawlers. These guys, they showed it was a funny video. He had these crawlers and they trying to get up this kind of like smooth incline of dirt, and they couldn't get up it. And then this lunchbox comes around and it goes fast and goes up over it in it's two-wheel drive. And they kept spinning their tires at the touring clubs at the top, and they couldn't get over it. But he could do it because he had all that momentum going up. It was just funny.
Yeah, roadside staying tall trucks are not good for rock crawling. They are and they are not. It all depends what type of rock crawling, I guess, because they have a lot of clearance, which is nice, but they are top heavy. So as soon as you start going side hill or down a rock, you're going to get in trouble. So
my element
in my van,
stock build, and it's too tall. It's too top heavy with a lower profile body than this Jeep.
Yeah.
Beanfield's van is not good at rock crawling.
I found my Walmart finally had the cans you told me about. This is what you had.
Yep.
The can. This stuff is good for the. I'm gonna put it in my grasshopper again. I'm gonna put it in both grasshoppers and see how it works. How much do you put on it? Just a ton?
Just enough to coat it.
Hey Tank, I stripped that spur gear in the Stampede. Okay. And I put the E-Revo upgrade. We were talking about it.
Okay.
And it's messed up. I don't know. I even went to the hobby shop after, and he said he don't know why it was going, but the whole thing is spinning because it's supposed to be locked, right? It's not supposed to spin at all, right? Yeah, everything was all just spinning and everything.
Well, you must have forgot to put the pin in there. There is a pin you got to put in there.
in the back, right?
Well, it's within the clutch itself.
Right. I don't know if he even checked that. I wonder if he checked that. Damn it.
Did you follow my instruction on the E-Revo mod I had on my website? On my
No,
YouTube?
I didn't see that one.
Uh,
I looked at the notes in there. But anyways, we just put the pads in there that came with the upgrade and the that aluminum little spacer in the front. I got that in there.
Okay.
But I'm going to take the
So
other-
if you go on my website and just type, once you're on my YouTube page, do
Right.
E-Revo mod, okay?
okay.
And then this one will show up. So
Okay.
this video shows up and it shows you where to put the pin and where, see, there's the pin.
Mm-hmm.
So it probably fell out when you were putting it or something happened. I'll just wait till
Because the whole thing was just like spinning. And even down there at the hobby shop, maybe he didn't do the pin. It's not spinning now. We put all the original parts back in there, except
Okay.
for the them things you got on there right now, the brake pads, I call them.
Yeah, so that's the original brake pad, and this
Right.
is the new one, much
Right.
bigger. Everything is bigger. Everything is nicer.
What are them two little black things on the side way over here?
Spacer.
Those are pressure plates, pressure washers. That's a ball diff.
What are
No,
you talking
Brad,
ball diff? There's no ball diff there.
It's a spacer. That's all it is.
Those are spacers.
Okay.
They look like they're concave.
And you know what else didn't work? The spring. I had
No,
to
the
use
spring
the
you
original spring.
have to use the original spring.
Original
That's
spring, yeah. Okay.
You know what the crazy thing is I just tried to skip the ad that Tank had streaming.
I know when he does that, I think I'm on the
I
geek
did.
blog. I'm like, what
it
the hell's
doesn't
going on?
So I show the parts, and then I
Yeah,
actually
it's
lay them out
Okay.
side by side somewhere.
Yeah, I did that all on my video until it started messing up, and then I went to the hobby shop, which they're moving.
So here it really shows you. Here's the pressure plate, the original
Right.
Stampede or / pressure plate, and this is the new one. So this pin probably fell out. That's the only thing I can see. That's why it was spinning.
You see on the right, the right side, the other pressure plate, I messed up on there. I didn't have them things locked in. I had to take that apart again and
Okay.
relock them. I got all that stuff. I'm going to try to lube my differentials too. It's probably a good idea, right? Since I went brushless.
It's always a good idea to have lube in there.
But just go on my
Yeah.
video. You can review my video. It's called E-Revo mod, and
Okay.
it just shows you how to upgrade. It just gives you better torque off the start and better braking.
Okay.
Sounds like you're making what are you making? Was it a limited slip differential?
Well, it is a diff with clutches on it, so it is limited slip, yeah. And the tighter you put that
Yeah.
spring, the tighter your clutch is going to be.
Yeah.
What do you usually do? Tighten it all the way and then go a half turn off, or
Yeah, I usually go tighten all the way as much as you can, and then you just release it half a turn or 3/4 of a turn.
I bury mine. I
So
just
do I.
pin down all the way,
You keep it pinned down all the way.
but it's also on my race truck, so that's why.
So another thing on my Stampede, excuse me, Brad. Another thing on my Stampede, when I accelerate, it sounds like it goes. Sounds like air is coming out of my tires, but I got my tires. They're not vented. Is that normal to do on
It's
like?
just the air going over the tread.
It's really weird how it sounds.
Yeah, well, but by default, the tires are vented. There's a little hole in the plastic rim, inside the plastic rim. They are
Right.
vented.
Yeah, I fixed that though. I put some shoe
Okay.
glue on there.
How much the bead lock, like the glue on the bead?
I was
Yeah.
just wondering if that's what the motor sounds like, because it's brushless. So
Oh, it does a jing when you stop. That's normal. That hollow sound.
no, it goes when I give it some gas.
No.
I'm
I know
thinking
when you
your
break it.
rim on the outside is probably not glued right, so you're getting air coming out or air
Okay.
going in there.
Or it's slipping.
Yeah. That's no problem. I didn't, I was just wondering if the motor was making that
Hey,
noise
Trail
or
Critter,
not.
how you doing? Crash King RC, how you doing? Kurtz RC.
Yeah, I was going to give Trail Critter a shout out for joining us in the chat.
Cool.
He hasn't been in the video part in a while.
People are busy. Some people do have a life. It's not like us.
What do you mean? You work?
Oh, Brad wants to do a Kyosho Wednesday now. Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
No, because then we're going to have to find days for the other brands, and that's just going to take up a whole week.
Well, the people go to Traxxas Thursdays. You know, there was someone who did the Traxxas Thursdays for a little bit.
Yeah, but
We still do tracks this Thursday.
Axial Sundays now? What's going on?
Yeah, Axial Sundays. What would be good for Saturday? Sakura Saturdays?
Sakura Saturday?
Yeah.
That would be Brett. Has Brett written all over it.
We usually go on Basher Boy on Saturday.
No, I could see that being what's the for Monday? There was a Monday one. Something Monday.
Oh, Ethan is not happy with Trail Critter. Somebody.
Old Ball 2 isn't a Tamiya.
Hey, Taz Fast, how you doing?
Oh,
I got Mud Mondays.
Mud and Mondays. That's cool.
Yeah. If you
No,
guys
that has
get
to be a
any
certain
Mud
brand.
videos.
I'm talking about a certain brand for Monday.
Well, yeah. Okay, fine. Clone Day. Then you cover multi brands in one hit.
Clone Mondays.
Yeah,
like
Clone
HG.
Mondays.
Like HG.
Yeah. Well, HG. See, this is just it. HG have now come into their own. They used to clone. What they used to clone their like Tamiya. They used to clone them, and now they've stopped doing that, and they're now cloning. Well, they're not even cloning anymore. They're now people who are selling cross RCs are now also selling the HGs. So I'm like, is there something going on in the background I'm not aware of? Has Cross bought out HG, or has HG teamed up with Cross dealers? Who knows? But yeah, most of the places I've seen that sell Cross now sell HG as well. I'm like, what?
So
what?
So you're saying HG has stopped doing cloning of Tamiyas? When did that stop?
Oh, you know what gave me the indication they stopped cloning the Tamiya line was when they didn't bring out the Tundra. I'm like, yes, the Tundra's got to come. They've brought the Ford. Where's the Tundra? I need the Tundra. Oh,
Tundra's
no
out there.
No, the original
saw
Tundra's there, but not the HG because it's heaps cheaper and has a lock diff.
I
and all-wheel steering.
I swear I saw HG for sale for the clones. And then they always did something slightly different than the Tamiya clones in the Tamiya's.
Mm-hmm.
Like one had 4-wheel steering, which they never had in there. So therefore they weren't exactly exact cloning.
They have
did
to
their own
change
thing
it
on
by
that.
they have to change it by 20% to get around the whole copyright thing.
So somebody build this cross RC. This is a 6x6x6. So it's got.
I'm in love. I want
and I bet it's $1,000.
Oh, it's over that. It's over
How'd
1,000.
that do?
On this, it did not do that great because of the attack angle here at the bottom. Look, it had a hard time getting a grip. Even there was a 6x6 that actually did this. See, that
other one.
But it didn't do that good because the attack is not that good. But the tires are not that good also for climbing.
Yeah, the gear ratios aren't the greatest either.
Yeah.
Hey, he got up there and yet went down.
It's 40 degree.
What was that other one, Tank? Was that a Traxxas or
Yeah, the other one was a
Axial?
Traxxas.
Was it Traxxas?
TRX6.
The Traxxas one flipped.
Yeah. So that one is a. Let's see. He says the name of it right now. I'll try to listen to it. TC6 from Cross RC.
It's a
Yeah.
gorgeous truck.
It is nice, but to me, I did not like his paint job.
No,
Oh,
I didn't like the green. I didn't like the green.
well, at least you're not going to lose it on a trail.
Green and purple. Yeah, it's true. But so there was a lady there. She goes, "Oh man, I love that color scheme and thing like that." And yeah, for a lady, yeah.
Like, ugh.
But it's a nice looking truck. But to me, it's not my color for a truck.
It wasn't right for you.
Yeah.
Hey, I see you have you've emptied some of your shelves back there, Lyle.
I just got a bunch of stuff on the bench. I'm kind of looking at, but not
He's
really.
fixing them.
That's
Yeah.
kind of what I said before we went live, Brad. And he said the same thing.
Well, I
But-
came in late. so
No, you
I
didn't.
No, he was here when he mentioned that.
You were right there.
Oh, I must have been thinking about something else at the same time, so I didn't
I
hear
did
it.
just get an idea from that what is it, TC6?
TC6.
Yeah, to put the battery in the tray, because I got a truck coming in that I'm going to completely overhaul. And I was like, where the heck am I going to stick the battery? Now I know where I can stick it, in the tray. So
Because
that's
when
good.
I look at this picture and I compare it to
Yeah,
the
now that's a
we
good
just
paint
saw,
job right there.
That's a good paint job. It's a military.
Yeah,
yeah, it's a military paint job.
yeah.
But while you're there, Tank, just have a look and you'll see that they're selling the HGs from there as well.
Well, wouldn't you take advantage
Like,
of
is that a
selling
ready to
other
run
stuff?
or
Well, that's
Is
the
that a kit?
military. Ooh, hoo, hoo.
How
That
long
little
is
short
that
little
thing?
drive shaft on the back. I'm gonna see if I can't find that drive shaft because it might help my 6x6 conversion.
Oh, it's 1/12
Remember
scale, so it's still
me as
quite
oh
big.
man,
Military.
That's 12
trucks.
scale.
King Kong.
HP mini crawlers.
HP.
expensive.
Just look under the military trucks, and I think that's where they were. Tank. The HGs were under the military.
HP Mini Plus crawlers.
Well, when HG made the Hummer, that was their own design, as far as I know.
Yeah,
It looked
that is.
exactly. They looked exactly like what a Hummer would look like, even
Mhm.
under it.
Yep.
Yeah, and they sell King Kong also. That's a different brand.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
King Kong are pricey.
And
me see the
King
the
Kong.
availability even from them is very hard to get, and you have to get it on Amazon
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
or eBay. Because I've been
How
trying to
much
get
is the King
wheels
Kong?
for about a year now.
King Kong
Are they like
389, 499.
Yeah,
Oh, I remember
Oh.
the two-wheel drive. I remember the two-wheel drive there that they had of the truck. That two-wheel drive was cool.
It's sold out. Darn it.
yep.
The ZL130 was a cool truck.
We were all looking at that picture.
Yeah.
The ZL130, the
what
only
the
reason
ZL
why I look at it is because it's from Spin Tires, the game I used to play. That had the ZL130. It was called Betty.
Yeah.
It's
Like
so
blue.
scale that ZL that has such thick leaf springs on it.
Mm.
A lot of people bought
Keep
this also.
scrolling. I
but
like them. I like them.
Not a fan of the Demon. I don't like them.
Well, that demon looks
Full
better.
interior and the doors. You can see all that stuff in the doors. I
The
mean, I don't know
PG4 is
how
the
they.
Best one.
Oh,
Wish
that
I had a
buggy's nice.
PG4.
It's a lot of money. 1/7 scale, and it's $629.99.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they
Yeah, and
perform,
they're-
but
It's
looks are
1/7
good.
scale, so it's on the big side.
Well, it looks like it's nice because it actually has IFS in the front and a fix. That's how it's supposed to be. That's
Oh,
how
that interior.
it's going to be.
yeah.
Did you
that's
see the
sweet.
dashboard? It had lit up
Yeah.
blue LEDs. That was
No,
cool.
I didn't. Really?
Uh,
Look at that.
Look at that.
Blue LEDs.
Isn't that cool? It
Mhm.
reminds me of my old Volkswagen dashboard. It had that same color.
Cool.
There, look at that. That interior is gorgeous.
A lot of small little details.
yeah.
Well, it's 7 scale, so it's easy to get all that detail in a 7 scale.
Trail Crawler RC says, I got all the demons. Cool.
I'll be around with a priest in the morning. We'll exercise.
Yeah, I got
It's
a
all
lot of
good.
demons
I'm
too.
good to go there.
Scale Truck Canada has them. Cool.
Is that the guy I got my car from?
I believe so. Yeah.
Oh, my friend bought his from him too. Remember I told you?
Great Hobbies also has them. Well, they're supposed to be able to have them, but they never have stock.
What's up, Mass
Yeah.
Master?
Hey, RC Master's in. It's good to see. But that's becoming a problem everywhere is part supply. From full scale cars right down to our hobby. It's just gone crazy.
Yeah, the only problem is though.
Worldwide shortage of resin.
Go ahead, Lyle.
Hey,
Sorry.
There's a worldwide shortage of resin right now. Like I sell plumbing pipe and bathtubs and shit like that at my work, and there's a delay of normally it's like 2 to 6 weeks. It's going to be a year and a half. Like we're getting quotes from February to August next year before we see supplies.
Oh yeah.
Wow. The resin,
Wow.
Fiberglass and ABS and nylons and all kinds of plastics, like resin that they're all based off of. There's a worldwide shortage right now.
Hey, John, what are you working on?
With ABS, you can make some money.
Pulling shields off of burns so I can clean them up a little bit.
Oh,
My issue with the King Kong stuff is the part shortage, but that's been going on since before COVID.
Okay.
wonder why it was happening before COVID.
I don't know, but I've been trying to get those wheels for over a year, and every time I do, they're not in stock. They'll send me a message saying they are. I go from that email to the link, and there's none there.
It looks like Scale Truck Canada also has the Tamaya tow truck in stock. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, the problem is I don't have the money in stock in my pocket. That's the biggest problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out of
How much
stock
for
too.
Canadian?
Yeah, no kidding.
Got another one of them bad boys.
Was it over $1,000 in Canadian?
Oh, a little Scorpion.
Brad, it's
Yeah.
1,000 here.
I was gonna say it's like 1,500 here, Brad. So it's probably like $2,000 here.
If I don't find one of them in this house a day, it's amazing.
Well, I stepped on one the other morning when I came out here. Luckily, I
Did
have
you
my
hurt
shoes
That's
on.
nice.
Did it hurt?
Yeah. How's
Now,
your
when I'm
kitty? He got
using
hit,
that-
didn't he?
Huh?
Did your cat get stung by one the other day? You said.
Yeah, he's okay. He's fine.
Yeah,
I
my
bet-
cat was.
I bet he killed it after that. Probably got real mad.
No, I did.
Oh, you did.
I stepped on it, had my wife get my pliers. I grabbed it by the tail, took it outside, crushed it, and threw it in the trash.
Wow.
Cat
Was
was
it a-
almost sniffing one. Just barely got it. She didn't get hit, but almost.
Oh,
There you go, Brad.
Oh, come on, Tank.
stop
Put me on
teasing.
Brad.
That's
Tell
what it's
me
worth
about
Canadian.
it, man.
$1,189 in Canadian.
Yeah,
Oh,
but,
So
that,
that-
2.5 grand here then.
but that's not the lift at the back does not work. So you still have
That's
to buy the stuff to make the
1/14
lift
scale.
work.
Oh, okay.
It
So
does
that thing-
work. It moves, but you have to lock it in place manually and move it manually.
So that one is that means it's what $1,000 here.
AZ, is that about the size as yours?
It's the same
1/14
size,
scale?
1/14 scale.
So here's a tow truck actuator, which is another
Whoa.
$339.
And it's about 300 here, so
And you got to buy
So-
this.
you don't have to.
That's close to 2,000. It's barely under 2,000.
So, yeah.
So here it's here for all that would be about 1,500.
Well, they have some other ones there for 400 or 500, right?
Yeah, they do have 14 scales that are for that. But like the 4x2s, those are the cheapest, and then you go to the 6x4s and they go higher. And then
Yike. It was
So-
a $1,500 truck here, but the actuator kit was an additional $430, and they're out of stock.
Wow.
So they're
Out
all
Out of
gone.
stock?
all down
you know
under.
what the situation is with you know what the situation was with those? You got to have all of those things because those are those types of vehicles that you need to have them in.
Mm,
That's
you don't
what you
have
really
to have
want.
the MFC.
but it's
Because
good to
I
have.
can do all the same stuff with the setup I have, the sound system I have,
Oh,
the
that little
lights I build, and my own ESC and all.
You mean like that little boombox looking thing?
Yeah, you don't need the multifunction unit because that's got everything in one. Plus, a lot of those, if it's an older version, you cannot run a newer style servo. It does
Digital?
not like it.
Doesn't like digitals.
Doesn't like
Right.
digital, and some of even the newer ones that aren't digital but are the newer
Analog.
technology, different board, it doesn't like them and it won't work right.
Wow.
So Trail Crawler RC says only on Tuesday, Tank, that we have to talk about Tamaya.
Oh,
The semis are different.
Doesn't matter. Just like on the last Tamaya Tuesday, we talked a lot about Kyosho near the end.
Mm.
We did a kind of a quick comparison.
Did you just give RC Master back his spanner?
No, I give him his wrench back.
Yeah.
Because he was crying again. I
Oh.
just don't like seeing people crying.
You get a little smirk out of Lyle just a second ago saying that.
I was reading the comments.
But don't worry, as soon as the show's over, he's going to lose it. That's fine.
Yeah, because he's been smoking weed the entire time. That's why. And then his dog comes up. The dog never fails. He always comes on during. He always comes on.
You've missed the dog already.
When he's on. No,
You
I
missed
saw
it.
the dog.
Hey, I miss Molly.
Yeah.
Yes.
A couple times already.
Molly came up.
Out.
Hey, they're saying.
Molly
Yeah,
knows when
Sang's
you're
here.
in that kind of mood, so she just comes in every Wednesday. She never comes without. Every Thursday she comes without fail, and she gets on the
She
street.
just follows Lyle no matter where he goes. That's all.
Sang,
She's never been on a leash and she's never run
are
away.
you looking for a two-wheel drive? You said I got a two-wheel drive Stampede for sale.
Hello, saying.
In Canada.
Nice.
But shipping
you,
to
Rick.
Canada might be expensive.
Oh, you going to
So
Canada?
nobody owns a
Canada?
two-wheel
Yeah,
drive.
I don't
No
know.
Yeah.
drive vehicle in Canada.
Saying.
Unless you go at
Grasshopper
the
too.
border and you drive the RC through the border
Through there.
without
yeah.
stopping, and then he grabs it on the other side, maybe that'll work.
Just throw it over the
Throw the
fence.
remote over.
It's the black edition. I told you I got it, so I got it today.
Nice.
I left you a message.
Yeah,
I know
I
you
saw
went
it.
back, but
But this
Yeah,
is
I
what
know
he
you
got.
were mentioning you wanted you were looking for a slash two-wheel drive. So
Yeah, Stampedes are cool. Like the main
Yeah.
tractor vehicle like is a Slash and Stampede.
yeah.
and the Rustler's a shorter wheelbase. It's like the Stampede with
I
shorter
just-
tires.
Yeah, I don't like the look of the Wrestler that much. If I go with the Wrestler, I go for the Bandit.
All the Traxxas things. Not that I would buy one, but unless someone gave it to me, I would still use it if I got one. I
Somebody
would prefer
has
the
one-
Bandit right off the bat.
Somebody have one for sale, a Rustler. It's about 15 or 20 years old. The only thing I could see different is the body and the electronics, and it's black. Like the chassis, everything is black, but they haven't changed it the past 20 years, hardly.
Depending on how early the chassis could be black, the transmission might have all plastic gears in it, even the idler, and wheels could also be different compared to what they're using now.
I don't know. I just find the older body looks more like a Dodge.
Yes, Barry.
Yes, Barry, you can. That's what
Yeah.
we're here for.
I was gonna say, it might even have the bushings in it too.
Yeah, probably has bushings in it.
Yeah, I just like it because it's old.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were some differences in the old ones 20 years ago. They did change them, but there are some things in them that are different. As you said, bushes and the plastic gears and
Well,
stuff.
The nicest vintage Traxxas, I think it's called the Bullet, like the buggy.
Hmm.
It looks absolutely beautiful.
You got the Bullet, you got the Eagle.
Yeah, Yeah, those two.
That
Can't remember the others right offhand.
there's the cat.
Wasn't there a tomcat or something like that?
Yeah,
cat?
There's a cat.
The cat is
called
more
the
like a
cat.
toy.
The cat was like a upper grade a nickel car.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know if you were interested or not, but you're
you
way
see-
out in Canada, so
Yeah, yeah. I think shipping probably costs half of what their truck is worth.
yeah.
no more.
I'm just
What
gonna
a
put it
fancy.
online. Got a whole bunch of stuff with it.
Yeah.
We have Magnified RC here that actually put on his COVID safe glasses, so he's keeping us.
It looks like a
from
blast
him.
shield. It
That's what it is.
looks like a blast shield.
Yeah, no,
He's trying
they're
to be Master
COVID
Chief.
safe sunnies.
hmm
He's just trying to look like
Blast
Master
shield.
Chief without the helmet.
Oh,
He's
well.
saying to himself, I paid so much for these glasses, I gotta wear it sometime.
No.
Yeah, fog up.
No, that's the good
And
thing.
suck trying to eat a Big Mac though.
You
I'm
can't eat with them. That's
surprised
the
that-
whole reason why they're COVID safe. You can't eat with them.
I see that Jack isn't here, which is unusual.
Not sure what's
Might show up.
happening there. He'll probably tune in later on.
Yeah, he sometimes shows up later.
Mhm.
Don't start crying, Brad.
I'm not starting to cry. I'm just saying he's
This
just a
channel's
resident-
Outback Jack.
No,
One of them.
I don't think
That's his
RC
creation.
reactivated.
RC reactivated.
That's
Okay.
that's this year. Next year
Okay.
might be something else.
Okay. So I was looking for his food channel. You know his
It's-
food channel?
Food and nature or something or
Yeah,
other?
Jack Food
And
Nature,
guitar.
something
And
like that.
guitar.
no, Brad does not see the chat.
Yeah, I just put that in
Jack
the chat.
Food and Nature. All right.
No, Lyle.
Uh-oh, troubles in the lower right.
Hello,
Hello.
John McSally.
Trouble ahead.
Hello, John McSally.
Sean's in. Since he got booted out of the chat, he decided to come in the video.
Yeah, I'm sorry I haven't watched your videos yet, Sean. I plan to.
I see Daft Punk's back again too.
Yeah, around the world, mate. Around the world.
I know where I'm man.
Got much
Sure.
flooding near you, Sean?
Sure, you can shout out yourself.
It's freaking crazy. Isn't that?
We're getting that too.
If I shut myself out, I got timed out. I was trying to show Trail Critter earlier how to use it, and I got timed out.
It's raining like cats and dogs here this whole day.
I don't know what cats and dogs look like raining. So
Well, meaning it's loud and fast.
Raining like kangaroos and dingoes.
yeah.
The two things that I wish to run over with my car: kangaroos
Oh,
and dingoes.
dingo.
Must have a big fucking car.
I
Bull
have
bar.
dingoes. Some people have dingoes as pets, if I'm not mistaken, out there.
Red heel is closest you can get to a domesticated dingo.
Yeah. I had a red healer.
That's your wolf, isn't it?
He was
No,
nice.
not really. Our wolf died out. That was the Tasmanian wolf, and it died out. Thylacine.
Yeah.
The Tasmanian devil died out.
No, the Tasmanian
No,
wolf.
Oh,
The devil is on its way out because it keeps getting a rather nasty skin disease, which they haven't found a cure for. So they are starting to die out. which
That's too bad.
Mm.
Thanks, Shade Tree.
20 grand.
So your real name is John, huh, Sean?
no. My real name is Sean.
Oh, RC Mass Master needs a shout out. RC Mass Master is almost at 1,000K subs. Let's go see that.
My master is the biggest moderator on YouTube.
No, he's at 53 sub. What are you talking about? Who's on drugs?
No, he said, "Let's get him." to 1,000." Yeah,
Oh, let's get him to. Okay.
he's the biggest moderator on YouTube.
Yeah. He's on everybody's channel. He's making sure everybody does the right thing.
That's it.
Hey,
He's trying to get his
Psycho.
collection of spanners up.
He's the
Thank you,
biggest blue.
Psycho.
He's got the
See?
biggest blue tool on YouTube.
NHX, is that for
Hey, what?
the NHX? Is that for RC parts?
Yeah, it's micro hobby.
I thought we were supposed to be getting asked a question, and I haven't seen the question pop up.
Me
in the
too.
chat.
I'm actually scrolling, looking for the question.
But who was asking the question?
Barry.
Barry?
Barry Washman. He says, "Thank you guys. Give me a second to word it."
Asking for subs.
So
Psycho 13 Garage. Just donated to you, thanks. Thank
yeah,
you
I
very
said
much.
thank you very much, Psycho.
Thank you,
Appreciate it.
Psycho.
That pays for Tank's coffee.
Yep.
RC McMaster is James Bond.
Rustler,
there's the
here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Rustler 4x4 VXL, about 1 year old, fully loaded with aluminium in the right place, plastic in the right, blah, blah, blah. I'd like to think I know what I've been doing since 86. Wow.
So
That wasn't really a question.
Yeah, what's the question?
leading to the question.
No.
Well,
Oh, so the question is about steering slop. Well, I lose the remainder OS. My dark hair trying to get, oh, I know what he meant by that, to get the wheels from having slop, for lack of better word.
Depending on what you have for the steering, if it's still stock, check to make sure the bushings in it are not ovaled out. If you got an aftermarket aluminum setup, if it's available, make sure the bearings are replaced every so often, because once they start to get a little bit of wear to them, they cause a lot of flop in the whole front end when you're steering. Check to make sure your bushings or your bearings in the knuckles are good and the rod ends aren't opened up, so it's causing slop in there.
Yeah, most people change them out to RPM. I know my slash 4x4, I changed the knuckles out to RPM. No, okay.
Yeah, I'm saying if you
Yeah.
had the bearings out, make sure the bearings are okay.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, so it's not just changing them out to RPM. That's what I mean.
It's been moved off by 8 times.
Hence what I'm doing right now, working on bearings.
Yep.
Yes, and you do
I
you do
did
like
that last week.
you give them haircuts as far as the way I understand it.
Axial hovercraft. Cody, I think an old school Bronco is next on Axial's list.
Mm-hmm.
One of the old school Broncos.
67. Come on, 67.
Yeah.
I want Axial to make a boat.
I want a short wheelbase crawler, man. I'm sick
No,
of this.
I want Axial to make a boat so I can tow something.
What, like a 90 millimeter? That's what you want, a 90 millimeter wheelbase.
You mean like 9 inches, maybe?
Yeah, he doesn't want it. He doesn't want it, Brad. He doesn't want it to me.
I wasn't talking about that, but I was wondering. I was thinking of the same size, but I was wondering he wants one that's a 90 millimeter. It's a crawler.
90 millimeter crawler would crawler would be like this size, Brad.
Size of a big lighter.
Yeah, a 90 millimeter crawler would be that size.
That's a 90.
Yeah, 90 millimeter would be about that size.
See, that's the 9.5-inch wheelbase on the Wrangler. I want more RCs like this to come out. I want short wheelbase RCs.
Yeah, a couple of nice short wheelbases would be nice.
Same here.
Because even the first Komodo and the Sawback, the first G-made Komodo on the Sawback, they were nice small wheelbases even.
No, I mean,
but 90 millimeters, Brad, my shocks and most of my rigs are 90 millimeters.
Okay, yeah, so 9-inch wheelbase is what he wants, but I wonder what that is in millimeters, 100?
There you go.
No, it's probably 2.
Wow, that was a nice rig, man.
9 inches, 2030, or no, is that 203?
Yeah, it's around 200 for a 9-inch wheel.
What is that?
200 millimeter.
That's the steering
Yeah,
upgrade
yeah.
for the Stampede and the Rustler 4x4 also. Keep in mind, a lot of upgrades for the Rustler 4x4 will be the same as the Traxxas Slash 4x4 or the Stampede.
And the
So,
Haas, like it says.
looking for upgrades, sometime you can swap them from model to model.
I might have to get that.
So that's a steering upgrade, but you do have to look out because there is a spring here. So there is a spring, and you got to make sure that spring is good and it's nice and tight also, because
Well,
that's kind of your servo saver.
So
And
it
the
has ball
actual-
bearings.
the actual Slash or Traxxas one is an absolute pain to put together.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because you
yeah,
got
The Traxxas one
because
is.
not only do you have that spring, but you got to put a retaining clip on it and push it down and then pop the bearing in to lock the whole thing together. And if you don't do it just right, yeah, it goes flying across the room.
Yeah,
so I
maybe
wonder
I
what
won't
I
get
wonder
it.
what Bill
Unless it
Gear-
breaks.
Yeah, I wonder what Bull Gear is building. He said he's building 252 millimeter wheelbase at the minute.
Wow.
So a 1/24th stretch.
Yeah.
So
That the boom, not that boom racing, the one beside that one, that's actually 240 something, that D110.
Well, 252, that's a shorter wheelbase.
No, it'd be a longer wheel.
that's a medium
No,
wheel.
no, because-
a medium wheelbase.
Because
Two
my,
13 are normal.
the Land Rover I'm building is 313.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's
313.
12.3.
That's 12.3 is the regular, yeah.
Yeah, they also have medium wheelbase crawlers.
So 250. That must be somewhere around sawback size.
Yeah, it'd be like 11,
Like
8 or
10 and a half
Yeah.
inches of sawback.
The deadbolt, right?
So I think like Lyle has there, that's around 200 millimeters, something, isn't it?
A little over, yeah.
Yeah.
MST CMX with Sans Scorcher body.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
the rock scorcher that he's been working on for the last 9 months.
Oh, yeah.
Because I remember when he got the body for it. I remember that he got the CMS chassis, but the two have never come together.
Oh, the CMX, CSMX, or
that one.
MCX.
MS.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Too many letters. Too many
See you
letters.
later, Ethan.
Yeah.
It's like
Well-
dealing with a Mercedes.
Unfortunately, guys, I also have to head off. So I will catch you all next week, hopefully.
See you later.
Until then, I will say
Bye.
bye for now.
Have a good one.
See ya.
Data.
Man, that's how busy I've been. So, like, see the empty spots in the shelves. I haven't even unpacked my stuff from Axel this yet.
Oh, you have not unpacked? No.
Yeah, I haven't even unpacked. That's a busy.
Batteries unplugged?
Back, huh?
Batteries unplugged?
Yeah, the batteries. You have to unplug them to fly.
No.
But everything's still packed. Even all the axial gear that I got. That's the only thing I have. It's all still packed in this bag too. Like,
Yeah, what all did you get from them?
I don't know, probably a load of stickers now. I opened it that night, like stickers, patches. It's all still in the carry-on.
Hey, Sean, on one of your videos, you were crossing it was a little river. How did you guys get across? Did they have a bridge on the?
I know you can walk. You can walk around it.
All your cars were. You walk around it
Yeah, you can walk around it
like.
There was a lot of spots with a lot of water.
Yeah,
Yeah,
crazy rain for the first 2
There
days.
was there were spots that had bridges that were supposed to be above water, but by the time we got to them, they were underwater.
they're
Yeah.
underwater. That one video I seen, the bridge was underwater. Like that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, how'd you guys get around though?
Well, that bridge was meant to be
Not a
above.
ferry.
Yeah, that thing was meant to be above the water, but
Yeah.
so much rain, it was below the water when we were driving
Hey
over.
guys, I'm gonna check out. I'm gonna go on and do some gaming with some guys who keep sending me messages. So I'm gonna catch you guys next week.
All right, Lyle.
Bye, Lyle.
See you later, man.
Guys, have a good night.
Catch you on Instagram.
Lyle popped up. Then I didn't hear him say
Our-
goodbye.
Yeah, Lyle.
Our, RC Master, just type shout out in one word. You'll get a shout out.
Yeah. I think he wants other people to give him a shout out.
Sean can show you how to do it. He knows.
I know how to do it. I get timed out for showing trail crawlers how to do it.
Yeah, but you do it once. You do it once.
I kind of had to start my Thursday night with doing a few of them. Yeah.
Mm.
We got to get the party started somehow. Yeah. So I wonder what Axial do release at Axial Fest. It was meant to be at Axial Fest Badlands, but it got held up in transit. So that's why it's coming out of Axial Fest, California.
Yeah.
So they were supposed to release something, a new truck?
Yeah, they were
Are
meant to
they
release a
hitting?
new-
Are
They
they
were meant to
hitting?
release a new truck at Badlands, but it got held up in transit. So it's delayed till
End of this month.
California, but it's an old school Bronco as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. It won't be something that someone wants.
I wonder if it's going to have portal axles and, two-speed
Probably,
transmission.
A
and all that stuff.
124th Rift. No.
Yeah.
A
I'll talk to you about
124th scale
124th.
Rift. Then you might as well go to 1/18th scale Rift.
Yeah.
Smallest I'll go is 1/18th.
Even though you have a 124th, or was that an 18th? That Panda.
I don't have a 124th.
That Panda was a giveaway, and that was That was a
It was
24,
a
right?
1/18th, and it was for a giveaway, yes, for the grand opening of all these.
Who got it?
A guy called Richard, a guy from Quebec.
Easy, Froggy. I'm almost done, man.
And we have Steph from the LED Wheel that's in the chat. Welcome.
He once got on the video with us a long time ago.
Yeah, he got on with us, yeah. He actually gave a lot of 3D printed stuff for the grand opening. It was cool. A lot of people enjoyed it. A lot of desks and cabinets and things like that. So that was nice.
And I put it on the back of their crawlers.
And the dollhouse trucks were showing them all how it's done.
Yeah. He says those were doing better, the dollhouse trucks on that thing.
Yeah. I tell you, if Chris had a different set of tires, I think that C-Max of his would have done that no problem.
Yeah, I think too. If he had his comp tires on, it would have done a heck of a lot better.
I think so. Like, it didn't
So
even
Chris was
look
there,
like-
right?
Yep. I'm going through his video right now because Chris did a pretty nice video of it. It is 31 minute, but it's pretty nice. Showing up a lot of things. He did a video last week also, but it's just a little tiny video, a couple minutes. But this time he had more time, so here's the link for it if anybody wants to go see it. And he actually showed the price of table, what was on there, so that's why I'm trying to look for it now. And you actually see me there also doing a little interview.
I want to know if he fixed his Turbo Scorpion.
Don't know. So I'll show you. I found it. Share. Hopefully I won't get an ad again, which I might. So that's the trucks I brought.
Like he's going to do that to you.
I brought the Wraith. I brought the Clodbuster, and I actually brought the Clodbuster in the trails also.
How did it do in the trails?
Not too good. I got stuck between a root and I couldn't turn. But anyways, if you watch his video, you'll see me get stuck with it.
Root
So
in a
here's
hard
all the
place.
3D stuff. This he made for me 2 years ago. But here's the bench with a wood and a vise, a working vise. And here's
That's a
all the
dumpster.
cabinets.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
He even had a
Dumpster's
gas
pretty
tank
cool.
here. This is a cool gas tank. I was looking at that, talking to Greg. I go, hey, we should keep this. We should keep this and put it on the trail and paint it and put gas or write something on it just to have a mock-up. But he did another can here at the back. So He has the files for sale on his website if anybody's got a 3D printer, or if not, you can actually buy it from him all printed.
It must take a long time print.
Look,
them.
look at that. He's got a couple of dumpsters.
Oh, he's got tire changer too. I got a tire changer. Where's my tire changer? Anyways, I gotta do that. I gotta show you guys. He's got a tire changer here, tire balancer.
And rims.
Oh, that's cool.
And
Rims
rims.
came from GCM Racing. Some batteries from 1.5.
Oh, there's the vices.
Yeah, there was some
Are
vices.
those lipo wine fives?
That is correct. They're 5,000
Okay.
milliamp, 100C.
Oh, a tank, and there's the Panda.
Yep.
Who
So
got
you
the
were
tank?
raffling them off, Tank?
That is correct. All this was
That's
for
cool.
raffle for a entrance. So you have the little vices here, which I have also.
Who? That's a small Henlong.
What's in the back next to the rims on the other side of the rim, right in back of the tire changer?
Light
Oh.
bar from GCM Racing.
Oh, okay. All right.
And it was an RC 4-wheel drive light bar. It's about 5-inch or 6-inch.
I saw that the Henlong was small. What was that 1/35th scale?
1/30th. I have one here. I do have one here.
Who got that vehicle?
I can't remember his name.
Somebody. Person got it.
Yeah, it's written 1/30th on the box, but I got this one. I purchased this one.
Have you used it yet?
What do you think, Brad? Have I used it yet? Like, I don't know. Have I used it yet? Let me think about that.
I think it's been unboxed already.
Well, it's been taken
Halfway.
out,
Yeah, I'm joking with you.
but
Yeah.
it's still attached to the box. So have I used it
I
yet?
thought maybe you. So maybe you did undo it and just put it back in the box. How am I supposed to know?
I'm not sure, but I'm
So he
I don't think I did. I
Yeah.
really don't think I did.
Wow.
Who would
Well,
read
I'm sure you have a
Rebox it.
video. I'm sure you have a video.
Instead of
when you-
unboxing, it's reboxing.
I do want to do a kind of an unboxing and show it off and compare it with the other one. But what's nice with those Henlong is that it does work for IR shooting, and they are compatible with the big guys. So they are compatible. You can have the big tanks and the small tank battle each other, and they work.
So you're saying it shoots airsoft things.
No, I'm saying it shoots IR. It's IR battle,
It was infrared.
infrared.
Okay.
But that small one does not have airsoft. It's only the big one that have airsoft. That one has IR.
Tommy's tank says IR too.
Yes, Psycho. The tank RC does have tank. And they are RCs.
Yeah, you gotta have a tank. You gotta have a tank to go with your name.
But they call me the tank RC because it's Frank the tank, and I'm a big guy.
Good
So
tank.
Yeah, but you might as well add something to the name by actually owning some tanks.
I have 3 now.
I bet you can't wait to do go to Ollie's and have a battle with those. That'd be cool.
Hmm.
I assume that's what you're planning on doing too. Get people who have tanks and have battles out there.
Yeah, we're trying to do a bunch of stuff, but our RC tank battle would be cool.
It's a proper place. It looks like it'd be perfect for having a battle.
Hmm. Well, to have tank battle, you need it to be dark a little bit because the sun is not that good for
Yeah, I
IR.
was gonna
I was gonna
ask
say,
you, would it hit it? Would you even be able to shoot it because of the sun?
Yeah, it does work pretty good outside. We tried it like 4 or 5 feet away, and it does shoot. The IR does go that far in bright sun. But if you're far away, like 10, 15, 20 feet away, it might have issues.
It's too bad they're not using little lasers. That would be perfect. Then you can go pretty far.
RC Basher boy said, "You're Frank the Tank because you have a Porsche."
I don't have a Porsche. That's one thing I don't have is a Porsche. I'd love to get a Tamiya Porsche.
I thought you had a Porsche. I thought you had a Boxster for some
No,
reason.
I don't have a Porsche. I promise you I don't have a Porsche.
Is Herbie a Tamiya?
Yes,
Yes.
it is a Tamiya. It's a MO6.
it's a proper one.
Yeah.
Rear wheel drive.
It's rear-wheel drive. Yep.
Now the Tamiya has short wheelbase cars, and they're narrow and short wheelbase. That's their M series, and they have like a MO2, MO4, MO6, and any numbers that's a pair number, like their rear-wheel drive. Any numbers that are uneven, so there's even numbers, not pair, even numbers and uneven numbers. Uneven numbers, it's a front-wheel drive car.
Yes, but then if you go to the MF01Xs, then you got four-wheel drive.
Yeah, that's a different complete MF.
Unlucky
They
someone
consider
borrowed my wrench again. But did you,
They still consider that an M chassis because
An
it has
M
an
chassis,
M in
yeah.
its name.
what happened? Did you
Just a four.
detool Master?
If what?
Did you detool Master?
Yeah, I detooled everybody. Why is he getting mad now or?
Oh, can't make
No,
anybody
just,
happy, can you, Frank?
I just say everybody lost their tool.
Everybody lost their tool. The only tool left is Nightbot.
Yeah, he said unlucky someone borrowed my wrench again.
Sorry, I had to give you a wrench to Nightbot for a little bit. So
What is that, a bear?
Nobody in the chat has seen any news or anything new for RCs lately.
No, I'm telling you though, Axel's coming out an old school Bronco.
Axel's coming out with something, but do you know what type of truck?
An old school Bronco crawler.
An old school Bronco crawler, really?
Yeah.
So it's going to be an
Bronco,
SCX-10 2.
No, probably be a 3.
Probably a 3.
Probably be
The 3 has portals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably be another portal truck.
And they don't the 3 have a transmission too? Sean?
I hope they don't start doing away with the straight axle and going to portals.
Yeah, I don't like portals.
Straight axles, their money maker. Like, you know?
Don't the 3 have like a dig and a 2-speed transmission too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe the 3 does.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got, it's got a 4-channel setup with a 3-channel radio.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So it looks like Kevin ordered his a first basher, a Vortex, is on the way. Cool.
Nice. I tell you what, Tony's been cranking out some nice videos of that Mad Van, new one.
Okay.
Biker Boy's done a good video of it too, but Tony's been beating on it.
Yeah, and he chipped one of the diff gears too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He's gonna run it till it's destroyed. He's got a new one on order.
Yeah.
I think that's what I read.
I think
So
they
you
should
hear a
try
click,
to
click, click.
keep it the way of the, if they're just going with an old school Bronco, don't have portal axles and all that stuff.
I know, yeah.
You know? Just keep it the way that truck's supposed to be like.
What they could have done is they could have gone to an SR, the SCX 10-2 and make it a special and have a dual, a 2-speed transmission and the regular axles without the portals.
My biggest issue I've seen a lot of people do with Arma, which is a big mistake, is they buy a 3S machine, the BLX 3X or any of the 3X line. They take the electronics out of there and they put something bigger in there. That's the worst thing you could do.
Oh yeah.
That the way they're made is actually made for 3S. Like when you look at the 3S and the 8S Typhon, they're completely different machines. Like the drivetrain is different, everything is different. Like people are pushing it too much and then they say the cars are crap, like drivetrain is crap. That's because they're pushing too much power in there.
Master said that's weird. My wrench is connected directly to my thumbs down button. My Mad Van is still mint. I have no idea how Tony destroyed that gear. Probably he gave the van throttle while landing. Yeah, Tony was bashing the life out of it. That's why.
Oh, yeah.
He ran it hard.
He sent it.
Yeah, so
He
Cody,
drove it like he stole it.
Cody's saying, I'm hoping Axial will come out with a builder's kit for the SX 10-3. Yeah, they might do that.
I thought they had one.
Not
No,
for the
they had
No,
it
it's
for the
just
2,
raw
not the 3.
builder's kit.
They
Yeah.
don't have one for the SX 10-3.
I thought Jake had one he put together.
Yeah, but that's not a proper builder's kit. That's just a kit. Like some of it's already pre-built and stuff.
Yeah, so that's a roller pretty much.
Yeah, yeah.
They used to call those almost ready to run.
Yeah, that's not a kit. We had to put the whole thing together. It's not like the raw builder's kit. Cameras all out of focus to it.
Okay. I'm glad I got all my fingers.
Oh,
Yeah.
Good
I
thing.
was, what's that?
So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just trimming. Let's see if I can get it. That
That's
little
bearing.
that
That's a
little
shield.
piece of race that was on the inner side of the bearing.
My advan has clear bodies. I've been going mental on Kyoto. Been on about clear bodies for about a year now.
So what's I mean, I really don't know the difference between shielded bearings and regular bearings. They're just got,
Trail
can't
Credit
get
said
any-
he's got all three.
Shielded ones have metal shields on them.
so
other
you
one-
can't get any crap in them.
What's
Yeah.
that?
Can you still get water and crap in the shielded ones, or?
Yes, you can.
it's a little
Okay.
harder, but it does get
It's
in.
a little harder, but with racing, I don't know if you can. This thing all.
That's not shielded, right?
That's a rubber bearing. But
Right.
Rubber
I did is
sealed. It's called rubber sealed.
what I do is I take out the seals and I cut out the inside of it. Less friction. Got to do it for the race cars.
Well, you said you did that to my Hornet. You said you did all its bearings and that.
Yeah.
How long did
So
it take
I
you to
probably
do
should have got the
that?
shielded bearings then, huh?
What's that?
Said I probably should have got the shielded bearings instead of the regular ones
It doesn't. It does.
for my crawler.
It
For the
depends where
crawler?
you put them.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Like I said, the rubber bearings are fine. The shield ones are fine too. They both serve their purpose. I use more of the metal shielded ones inside the transmissions.
Yeah, so the crawler doesn't really matter.
Yeah, in the transmission doesn't matter, but on the outer axles, where you have your hex, that's where you got to put sealed bearings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stop the dirt.
Next
from
time I
going in.
change them, I'll get sealed ones.
Yeah, like I said, and, with me the racing, I do the exact opposite of what you should do. Like I said, I cut out the inner side of them and trim them down so there's no friction.
Less friction. Yeah. You got to get some speed going there.
But when I do that, it allows all the dirt and grime to get into the bearings. So as soon as they start acting up and not rolling, out they go.
But the rubber sealed ones are pretty good protected, even after what you do to them.
Yes.
That would pretty protect them.
All except for when you're an idiot and you decide to drive your race car around Axial Fest during a rainstorm. Hence why I'm doing a bearing job right now.
Before you race,
The rubber,
right?
Yes.
the rubber shielded ones are good. Good after what I assume they're better for that. What John's doing to them, and they still would keep the dirt up better because they have that seal on them.
So what kind of race car you have?
The Mud Boss.
Mud Boss?
Yeah, let me go get it. I'll
A
show
mud
you.
boss is basically a slash with a mud boss body.
Modified
Mud
race
Boss
car.
slash.
Yeah, modified suspension, modified like the camber on it is completely different because you're always turning on the same side. So
Right,
you
you
have to
always
change
turn.
all that. There's always pressure. So there's a lot of tweaking to do, but once you got it right, it's kind of cool.
That's kind of a funny name for a racer, Mud Boss. You'd think you'd be in the mud.
Right.
Well, when they wet the track, it's kind of muddy.
Prime example. That's how you want your tires to spin.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Kevin gets the pack the grease in the crawler bearings with a food saver vac and seal. You'll love it.
Like I said, you see how this one kind of drags and stops?
Yeah. That's two-wheel drive?
Yeah. This is the one I ran through the water.
Yeah.
So you see, yeah. That needs
You
That's
gotta
pretty
clean
cool.
that out.
Is that aluminum or is that
flexing.
okay. Flexing.
Uh,
Yeah, that's pretty
you're-
cool.
You're gonna clean out those bearings. I mean, you could still soak them in something.
Oh yeah. But like I said, you can see the difference in suspension
Right.
height and
Right.
the camber.
John, I get to try my new motor Saturday.
Which motor's that?
That Amazon special 12 turn I got to try out. I finally get to run it.
Amazon
Yeah.
special. What type of vehicle is that? Amazon special?
No, it was a motor, Brad.
Oh,
I got a 12 turn with an ESC for like $25. So
Oh, Sean, I was gonna ask you a question. I watched your video about your motor and your rock crawler. Is that like is it slow?
But the 20 turn that I have, yeah, it's walking pace. The 20
Walking
turn, but
pace?
it's really low torque.
Yeah.
Like the torque on it is great low. But they have it in a 16 turn, an 11 turn as well. Like I get it. You're talking
I even
this,
forgot. What's the name of that? I forgot the name of
talking
that
this
motor.
creepy crawler.
Creepy crawler. Yeah.
Creeper.
Cool.
That's the 20
be
turn.
crawler tuned.
Yeah, it's a fully tuned motor. Like
So RC Basher Boy's been saying that somebody on Instagram, I think it's Instagram, said that somebody saw the Super Avante and is calling it a WD-40 can.
it's
And that's what it looks like.
yeah.
Yeah, but look at the increase of thickness of the plastic on there now.
those add-on fenders are funky looking and unneeded.
Yeah, they can be removed, but
Oh,
it's really
I know.
weird how you actually insert the battery on there. You got to take
Yeah.
the steering arm out. There's a whole bunch of stuff that you have to take off just to put the battery in there. It's crazy.
Yep. Everyone's complaining about that in the build.
Yep. Yeah, the new
Oh.
TD4 chassis, people are bitching about it.
Was that
Oh, yeah.
12 turn? 11 turn?
So there's the 20 turn. That's how it looks.
It's a 20. No, that's brushless, right?
Brushed.
That's
Oh, it's
brushed.
brushed?
Yeah.
Okay.
fully
Brushless is
fully
3
tuned,
wires,
fully
brushless 2.
fully
Yeah,
tuned,
okay.
fully rebuildable. It's the
Yeah, I
whole
like
top
that
of it. Like I use another really expensive motor, and if you took the labels off, you probably wouldn't tell the difference in which one's which.
Is that end bell adjustable?
So, yeah, and I don't use the other motor anymore. I only have 2 of them left. This is in 90%.
How are they? Are they pretty loud?
These motors, you can't even
Yeah.
hear them. Can't even. It's like
Can't
super
even hear 'em?
silent.
That's good.
Really quiet motor.
That's you get them off Amazon.
Yeah,
Wow.
motors.
Nitro Hobbies.
Nitro Hobbies. Okay.
Either eBay store, one or two.
Speaking of new motors, there, Brent, I picked one up for myself.
What's
Oh,
up,
yeah.
John? Pull it back a little bit.
5.5 turn.
V10. Exxon.
It's a hobby wing.
Yeah.
It's
What
for
do
a
you put that
dragster?
in, John?
What's that?
For your dragster?
No, I'm gonna put it in an oval car.
Oval?
And then you're gonna put it in a dragster.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
It's
the
gonna be a
Thunder
little.
truck that we run, they're running 5.5s, 5.5s, or even 4.5s.
Just 4.5 be quick for an oval track, no?
That
The,
thing's
the,
good-
4.5 is insane.
The
Yeah.
third oval, I'll be quick.
You're running like 60, 70 miles an hour, the 4.5 turn on an oval, aren't you?
That there's not enough room for it to get to that speed.
You
Yeah.
can't even open it up.
35.
You can't even open it up. I won't even.
Not
I,
even
won't,
Chris,
I probably won't
Yeah, not
even
even-
go full throttle on that one.
Yeah.
you say
But I
you
will
won't. You
have
still
the
don't think you'll get it up
punch.
to.
I will have the punch if I need it.
What about the? But you can get it up to 40 miles an hour on the track, couldn't you?
I get it up to 30, up to almost 40 miles an hour on a 13.5 right now,
Yeah.
and that's without time.
So that one's an over 100-mile-an-hour motor.
Kevin Gibbs, I did see that new transmission, the VRX one. It looks freaking sweet.
Yeah. Upgrade.
Yeah, nah, I'm just gonna buy another VRX one.
Okay.
I was waiting for that. You
Yeah.
still have to get something done before you start buying anything else.
I know. I still gotta do the 6x6 is sitting here. I gotta do that 6x6. Then I gotta do the other builds that's under the table. Then I gotta get. I'm thinking of actually building a belly dragger as well. Maybe
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might turn the PRX01 into a comp truck. So.
Hey, Sean, now I can actually finish my Range Rover. I got my frame now.
I know. I watched the live the other day.
Cool.
So
Yeah, but he still refuses to do a CCO2 that he has.
Yeah, it's in the box.
I want to see it built and run.
Oh. The next one.
I'm looking forward to watching that tank that build.
C-Max 2 and the Hot Rod. Those are the next two builds I got to work on.
Yeah.
The new. There actually is something new that that everybody forgot about. That someone just did a video on the Traxxas hot rods.
That's not new. We talked about that last week.
Yeah, we
Look how
talked
much
about
it
that
out.
2 weeks ago, didn't we?
It came out. It just came out. I mean, they showed it, but they didn't say it came out.
I've got a video of it from me looking right at it and messing with it at the RC shop I go to.
We talked about it last week, Brad.
Yeah.
I probably was doing something and I was away from the thing, so I probably didn't hear you very well.
Or
So
if I
I
was
probably
talking to
wasn't in
you,
front of
or-
No, I was probably doing something personal away from the camera.
Or maybe you were building a Tamiya kit 2 weeks ago. Was it 2 weeks ago you were
I
building?
thought you guys. That was 2 weeks ago. I don't
Yeah,
think
it was
it
2
was
weeks
yet
ago.
last week. 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I think that's when it was announced. 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
The only
I
thing
still have to have that.
the only thing I know that's coming out from Traxxas is some of the parts for the transmission for the drag car are starting to pop out now.
Oh,
Yeah, I still got to wait a couple weeks before I can get them.
Well, all there is now is the complete built transmission and the top shaft.
Yeah. I need that, but it's going to
Oh,
be a
yeah,
couple
that's right,
for any of
Brad.
the shops like that's to get them, we'll get them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brad, you were wrenching and showing your legs when we were talking about when we were talking
And
about.
thanks for reminding me about that, Sean.
Yeah.
It's engraved in Sean's brain right now.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm sorry. I gave him a trauma.
Okay.
So
Now
I
I've
just
got
saw the first.
Bad bread. Bad bread.
There you go. It's like one of them songs you can't get out of your head.
I'm trying to make sense of the comments they're making right now and money, and I'm lost in the conversation they're having offline there.
I have no
Crazy.
clue. I've been trying to catch it too, but I can't do it. No. No, now I have a little of a issue on this new build.
Uh-oh.
What's wrong with it?
I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to mount these lights. They fit perfectly in here, but I've got to figure a way to mount them inside. If I put them up, they don't match up. So I've got to make a spacer of some sort. what could be a good idea to use for a spacer.
Are those were the ones with those multiple little lights in it, like a flashlight?
It's got the halo, yes.
One thing with them, you got to watch the tires also, because there's not a lot of room when you flex them and you push the tire in. Just watch it because that grill is pretty close to the front.
Oh no,
I've
it'll be on
noticed
the
that when I
outside
put-
of that.
Eh?
That's on the outside of that. Headlights here, fenders here.
I know,
It's not
but the
gonna-
tires on my Jeep, when I built my SCX10, when I put the LED wire, the wire
Yeah.
was coming close to the tire. So that's a pretty big thing. So if you put that body,
There's where it'll be compared to the,
okay,
but it's also going to be down on the body. The wire's going to be run on the body.
The only
Away
thing I
from-
can, the only thing I could see is if possibly hitting it would be if you're turning the tires, depending on.
that's what I mean. If you put your body onto your truck and you flex it all the way down and you turn the wheel, you'll see that wheel comes pretty frigging close to the headlight.
No, I already did that.
Okay.
That's why I'm going to use these.
How much?
Okay.
How much are those lights?
These were under $20. I know that.
I
But they
would thought
change
they'd be more
color and
expensive.
all that.
I knew
Yeah.
they'd be more expensive just because of the housing and everything.
Yeah, they're controllable, right? They have that third wire on it. You can change the color.
You plug it into the auxiliary port on your radio.
Hey,
You got
Tony
a
Fallon's in the house.
Hey, thank you, Brad. I'm in the middle of saying something.
Go ahead, keep going, Easy. Lost track.
You run it to the auxiliary, and you, if it's a switch, like on, no, I can't get. Where's the radio? Where's my radio? Anyways, like on the Spectrum at the wheel, you got an auxiliary switch. You just
Okay.
move it up and back, and it cycles through all the stuff.
So
So each radio will be different in the way it controls it.
yeah, true. Tony, you're the perfect guy that comes in because Brad had a question for you concerning the ESC and motor combo for a Tamiya car.
I think I asked him the question not too long ago too. The new the TBL04, the new one that's in the black special of Grasshopper 2. If I put a 24 turn motor on it, is it going to burn it out or is it going to stop? You can take it because it's only one degree lower.
Because the rating is
190.
25, but he wants to put a 24.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think typically the speed controls are a safe setting. You could probably run down to a 23, maybe even maybe 21, but you just want to monitor the gearing and heat.
Well, I planned on using an 18 tooth, the 18 tooth
Opinion.
tooth on it because that's what it normally can take, 18 tooth, or you put the 380 in there. But I have a UGT motor, which is only actually 400 RPM faster than the GT tuned. So I don't see that there. I personally don't think there's going to be a terrible problem because it's only 400 RPM more.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem to run a little bit hotter motors on the speed controls. That's kind of their safe setting. So if you run, if they say, if you call customer service and say, hey, I have this motor, I ran this motor under it, they're going to give you they're going to say, well, it's only registered for a 25 ton or whatever it is. But honestly, they're typically, you can typically run a slightly hotter motor than what is recommended.
And well, that's only slightly. That's only slightly.
Yeah.
It's only 400 or extra RPM. I don't see that's how that's going to really actually cause it to go into thermal shutdown or anything.
No, it shouldn't. I would just monitor, like I said, I'd monitor the heat. There's a new 04R that's coming out that has a fan attached to it. And the only difference between the two speed controls is the fan. So, and I think it's going to be, we haven't seen the specs on it, but I think you're going to be able to run slightly hotter motors with that. So, like I said, if you can mount, if you can like 3D print some sort of base for the speed control and then mount the fan on it, you'll be good.
So you're saying the new one with this it would probably take lower, for rated it lower than 25.
It's the exact same speed control, just with a fan on top. So I don't know. We haven't seen the specs if they're going to rate them, but I would
Yeah.
go with those specs on the 04S because it's the same speed control.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I know one thing for sure. I gotta try to open it up and waterproof it. That's it. It's splash proof, but you know, you never know. You might accidentally hit a puddle and it's too splashy for it. So,
Accidentally, sure.
So
yeah.
we also talked about this guy. Everybody loves this new TD4 chassis.
Yeah. I love the fenders. Like, I'm totally drawn to the fenders. I think the fenders are really cool.
And I can't
Oh, why?
stand them.
AZ Froggy was just saying the fenders are too much. He doesn't like them.
Oh yeah, see, I totally love the fenders.
Yeah, some people like it, some people don't like it. It's a taste. That's why they make so different models of car.
It almost looks like a Prowler.
Yeah, it does.
You know,
I'm not a big fan of the paint job on it. We took it into Photoshop and changed the colors around and stuff and kind of did a little bit extra detail into the body for different paint job. And it actually looks better. I'm not a big fan of that body with that paint job on it. I don't think the lines kind of, I don't know, something about the body I don't really like. But when we kind of modified it a little bit in Photoshop, it does look pretty cool. I think it's going to be
gray gray versions that look real cool on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, gunmetal.
Some guys in the chat here are
Gunmetal
calling
painted
it.
bodies.
Some guys in the chat here are calling it the WD-40 can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw somebody kind of post something about that. That's pretty cool.
When's it coming out?
We should be getting our production samples in, if not like in maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks maybe. And then typically the run that hits the market usually comes in about a month after that. So as soon as we get ours in, we can predict about a month after that.
So you're talking about late August, early September.
Probably, yeah. As long as there's no issues with shipping or anything. I mean, we're kind of having shipping issues right now, but that's our production samples are, if not on the way already, will be on the way soon.
They really beefed up the plastic on it. People say, well, I don't know if it'll be able to be I think it'll be able to be bashed a little harder because of the plastics on it. It's thicker everywhere.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like how they have to. A lot of people don't like how you have to take apart the steering to get the battery in, though.
It's a little weird, yeah. But I mean, they kind of made it nice. It's just a body clip. You pop a body clip and it comes right up. So it's not like you have to unscrew a bunch of stuff. When I first saw it, I thought you had to unscrew a bunch of stuff, but it's just a body clip. So it's not that big a deal, but I totally get it, yeah.
For anybody that's new and watching the stream here, Tony is from Competition X RC. He also works with Tamiya, but that's who the guy I got the shirt from, the banner from. Christmas giveaway he was actually doing that I won. And also he also has a Facebook account. So he's got Competition X. And he just recently started a Competition X RC community on Facebook. So I'm part of that, and everybody posts stuff on there that they want. Like here, I
got
posted
12 days of Christmas.
So,
I would like to see him be part of our Tamiya Tuesdays with Sang and I and Frank.
yeah, that's true. We started called Tamiya Tuesday. So we talk about Tamiya. We talked about Monster Truck. No, did we talk about Monster Truck yet?
Yes, the first week.
First week, yeah.
Yeah.
Monster Truck. I built a Clodbuster, and we talked about four-wheel drive buggy, two-wheel drive buggy, ugly buggies. Also, we've talked about. So we're talking about different vintage and what year they came out and things like that. So if you want to join in, you're more than welcome. That's on Tuesdays.
Yeah, you could be put on the view. You could be.
What is that, Tony?
Yeah, go ahead and shoot me an invite, and I'll try and join.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be on the video with us, and you're like the main guy because you work for them. So.
Well, just because somebody works for somebody doesn't mean he knows everything, though. But I know you're well versed.
Yeah, I certainly don't know everything. I'm learning stuff new every day, but I have learned quite a bit being there. So it's a lot of interesting stuff for sure.
Yeah, you've
learned a lot about their old stuff.
Brad, you're cutting people off. You're getting too excited, Brad. I'm talking, you're cutting me off. Tony's talking, you're cutting him off. Just relax. Take a breather. Thank you, Brad. Magnified says nothing good ever comes from Bookface. I agree and I disagree. There is some good stuff on Facebook. You have to watch where you are and what you're listening to on Facebook. You have to digest and not digest some stuff. So you just got to be careful what you watch and where you go. That's all. So what's new with Tamaya or your end, Tony? I know you've been posting a lot of different stuff, especially on your other page. You actually posted, the last post was a world record for going on the water. It was an X-Max.
Yeah, we saw, I don't know, we had gone to the NERSA show in Las Vegas 3 years ago, okay. And I went with my friend Greg from RC Driver, and he came out here. He actually flew to California, and we drove to Vegas together, and they were doing a demo on the local pond there for all of Traxxas new boats, and then they brought out the X-Max and did this basically the same thing. They drove it around out there on the big paddle tires, and then they had a jump out there, a floating jump, and they tried to jump it. And it made it to the jump, and as soon as it jumped, it landed in the water. It was so heavy, it sunk, and then came back up, and then it just died. So at that, but it drove around for 2 or 3 minutes. So I know that somebody said, well, how long have you been able to get it to stay on the water, like the longest run? And they said, this is the first time we've done it. That was it right there. So it surprised me that it's been that long before somebody's actually tried to just run it until the battery died. But that video is pretty cool. I mean, that thing goes for quite a long time for sure.
Cool.
I've seen people do those videos and they're running a boat at the same time, and I saw it run over a boat. Ran over a boat. They ran over the boat while it's in the water. It just ran it over.
I tried my Stampede, but my clutch back then was no clutch, and it wasn't tight. So as soon as I was hitting the water, I just lost all power.
Oh yeah.
So I had to do some adjustment on it.
I know Mike Fodders from V2 Vids. He drives monster trucks. He was trying to do a couple kilometers or something or other. So
I think he did a half mile.
I think it's still a work in progress, but he got it out at least, I think he said quarter mile or 3/4 of a mile.
Yeah, that went on there with I think it said 0.95 miles. It almost went a complete mile. But I think it probably would have went longer, but he tried doing some water wheelies. Like he got to, so I think it was set at a certain speed. He wasn't going super fast. He was just going enough to keep the car afloat.
Yeah.
And then at one point he started doing these water wheelies, and I think it went and flipped backwards, and that kind of killed his momentum, and it flipped over and was floating upside down. But if he hadn't have done that, it probably would have gone quite a bit longer.
It was a hydroplaning king, that car. That's a hydroplaning king, the X-Max.
Gotcha.
It's pretty amazing what people do with the RCs and things like that. So it's kind of cool. People do it, the different challenges that people come up with. It's interesting, especially like water challenge or different stuff with their RCs. It's cool.
I like that RC driver video. I mean, yeah, he's got a good channel.
Okay.
I watch Greg occasionally. Yeah. Cool. I wish you could send him an invite.
Well, I don't know everybody, so if you guys know anybody, invite them, tell them to send me an email, and if they have something to give to the panel, I'm more than welcome to invite people and for them to show their stuff or show what they're working on. That's not a problem.
Did anybody catch
that would be cool if you...
Did anybody catch Sir Chirps a lot fishing the other day with his crawler?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kept kicking fish out there several times.
Yeah. Scale fish, like he pulls it out and goes, see, a scale fish with a scale truck.
Yeah. I asked the question. I go, so is that a scale smallmouth or is that a scale largemouth?
Good question.
Good question.
Hey, Tony, you think you could get in touch with Greg?
Yeah, I'm sure he'd want to do it, but he's 3 hours different. He's in Connecticut, so he's like what 11 o'clock back there now, 8, 9, 11 o'clock. He's got,
Like next week. I mean, he just knows to be here 9:30.
well, 9:30 his time.
Eastern time, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, Eastern time,
he
because
might be
he's
able to do it
Eastern.
first,
We're
but I'm
Eastern.
sure. Yeah, I can find out.
That'd be great. I'm glad you came on. It's been a while since we've seen you. So
Yeah, kind of busy. Sorry.
All right, guys, I actually gotta run myself. So
See you later, Sean.
Take it easy, Sean.
bye, Sean.
bye, everybody. Shout out, shout out, shout out, shout out, shout out. Have a good one, guys.
See you later.
All right.
Yeah, Randy wants to come in here. So Tripolot wants to come in here. So
I just talked to him last night and the night
He's
before.
got a lot of good reviews on his channel.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not a problem. Radioactive.
RC driver.
Was that KB?
KB.
You were cutting out.
Yeah.
I said RC
Yeah.
Driver's got a lot of good reviews on his channel. Does a lot of good reviews.
Cool.
And he's not afraid. He's not afraid to build Tamiyas. Actually, he likes most of them he builds. He says they're a lot of fun to play with and everything. Just like we, because
They are.
personality and
They're
They have
different, that's for
personality.
sure.
personality and character. That's what those cars are about.
Yeah. They drive completely different. They are not an Arma. They are not a Traxxas. They have their own style. The Tamiya have their own style. And just like the event at Holly's RC Park I brought my Clodbuster there and I passed it on to a few guys to drive it. And they go, oh, I've always wanted to drive one of those. Go ahead. Like, and they enjoyed it. They go, oh, this is cool. It's interesting how it handles. Like they liked it because, hey, it handles like a real monster truck, like when it bounces and things like that. So they really enjoy it.
So if you never had a Tamiya tank and you want like a buggy, which one would you get?
If I never had a Tamiya, I'd get the buggy. I would look at the different buggies and I would get the buggy that attracts the looks that attracts me. That's the buggy I would get. If I did not know Tamiya and I wanted to get a buggy, I would get the one that more attracted to me.
Okay.
You like the Sand Scorcher. I know that because it's a Beetle.
Sand Scorcher would be nice. But I did get the Super Hornet. That's my first Tamiya that I've actually built.
That's a good looking car too.
That's the one, and I still
got
have
a good
it. It's on the
body on
shelf. And I still have the speed control, the mechanical speed control in it.
You should run it, Frank. You should do a video of running it.
I did.
I'm hoping they. Oh, that must have been years ago because I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's about 3 years old now, but I got to take it out
and I
again.
probably missed it. Yeah, it's a good looking buggy, don't you think?
It is. It's nice. It handles nice. What's neat with it is that it's so old that when you go forward with it, the two wheels kind of go like this, and they keep going like this, and they don't come back up until you pick up the front end or you go backward with it, and then they straighten up. So it's kind of interesting, that buggy.
Just put more spacers in your shocks.
Yeah.
Or stiffer springs.
Mm-hmm.
I have
sorry, go ahead, Brad.
I have an idea of I got to try to make my own thing to help stop the axle from going up and down, clicking like it does.
Oh yeah.
I gotta put like a screw with something on it to help it stop from doing that, but still do the rotation that you need and still go up and down backwards, going upwards on the back.
Yeah. Guru's RC says, I don't own a Tamiya. You should. You should actually try one. They're not expensive to own. You want a nice little rally car, get the rally version of the TT02. They're fun. Or get a MF01. I think it's the MF01. Yeah, the four-wheel drive.
MF01X.
They're nice. They're fun and nice to drive, and they're fast. I picked up a CC01, and that one with the stock motor, it's fast on the trails and on the grass. Like it goes really fast. My buddy put an 80 turn on his, and it handles way better on the trails. So
that don't come with like electronics either.
Yes.
I mean, it just comes with a motor, but it comes with everything. Receiver and everything. But receiver.
Yeah, no receiver, no transmitter, and no servo.
And no servo.
And no bearings.
And no bearings.
Most of them don't come with bearings. No, most of them don't come with bearings, but some of them do. But those are more expensive.
That's weird.
No, it's not weird.
No,
that's the way they've been doing it. Like if you get a TT02D for the drifter kit, there's more adjustment on the suspension, and you do get the bearings with it. Hey, there's a fisherman. There's the RC fisherman.
No talk about fish.
Don't talk about fish. Why? What happened?
One got away.
One got away. Don't they always get away?
No, he catches them and then lets them go. It's different.
No, one got away, but it was only this big.
Yeah, bearing kits for the CC01 are cheap. Usually the bearing kits for most models are pretty cheap. You'll get them for about 20, 25 bucks extra for the bearing kit. It's just you got to know before you build it, buy a bearing kit. If not, you'll put the bushings in it.
Yeah, I never build a kit without bearings. It's
so
stupid
it comes with
care.
the kit comes with bushings.
Yeah,
yeah,
stick bushing.
Oh, okay. You just want to upgrade to bearings.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Then that's not weird. I'm like, they didn't give you a kit with nothing, you know.
Like my
That's what I was saying.
Super Hornet. My Super Hornet, when I build it, whatever, 20 years ago, whenever I build it, I did not know, and it still has bushings in it, and it's still running. I believe the only place I did replace and I put bearings in is in the front wheels, because those I put bushings in it. I mean bearings, because they went pretty fast.
They make that green? Excuse me, Brad. Do they make that? What is that? Grasshopper one?
Yeah.
The three-wheel.
No, that's the daily rider or dual rider.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that's
they
what I'm
make that
talking about.
too. They make those too, but those are actually kind of popular. A lot of people think those are really unique, and they actually handle better than you expect. Excuse me, I got the hiccups.
They feel good. It's a fun build. It didn't take me long at all to do mine.
A dancing rider, that's what I'm thinking.
The dancing rider and the dual rider. The dual rider's better looking.
He's got dual rider. Must have two people, right?
No, it's only one person.
No, it's a wedge shape. It's a wedge shaped car. It's a wedge shaped version of it.
Yeah, that's the dual rider. See, there's only one.
Yes.
And that's Tamaya?
Yeah.
It's a fun little car to drive. But don't drive it on the dirt. Don't drive it on the dirt. Just keep it on the road and you'll be fine. And it's funner when you have two of them, because you can actually drive with somebody and race. When you're alone, it's a little bit boring after a little while, but when you're 2 or 3 people there, they're a fun thing to have around.
This will go on the rocks out in my yard.
Was that easy?
Said this goes out on the rocks on my yard.
Okay.
It does okay.
Yeah, but just with the steering on the rocks, it kind of makes it bounce, but it's drivable. But go ahead, Brad.
And if it flips over, it has its own repositioning piece in it. You can buy the I think it comes with 3 pieces, doesn't it?
Which doesn't always work.
Yeah, it doesn't always work, especially on the rocks. On the rocks, it won't work because it's going to dig into the rock and it won't flip it back over. But on concrete, it should work fine.
Unless it's too slick of a concrete like my carport is, and it won't do it. It doesn't get a grip.
You should. There are some videos where people are racing them. It's kind of cool to watch.
Yep.
I mean, you guys. I mean, you can get what kind of batteries they run? Lipos and nickel metal hydride or anything?
You could do that.
My own.
Yeah, there finding a lipo for it is hard. I found one. I found a
Okay.
3S and I run a 3S, but very small little lipo. Yeah.
That is from a red cat, small red cat. So you can look up a whatever this is. I don't have my glasses on.
It's a
Does that
14.
kit come with the batteries?
No,
No,
no batteries.
No.
got an
That's a-
850 milliamp lipo, 2-cell from Red Cat, and there's others that do it. It's similar to the battery in the D12.
It's a 14500 battery. I think that's what you need. It's the size of a AA.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
you can also get a it doesn't come with a kit, but part of it it's kind of weird to put actually double A's in there. You can put 4 double A's, I think, in it.
Yep.
You can actually run rechargeable batteries into it, but it's easier just to buy a small little tiny 2S battery and put it in there. I
Yeah.
run a small little 800 milliamp 3S. That's what I run in mine.
Venom RC has a they sent us a couple batteries to try out, and Venom RC has it's a 2S, but it's a 1300 milliamp battery that fits perfectly right in the cavity of the chassis. So
Oh yeah.
I mean that's
It's
that's what we run. It's perfect.
Cool. I'll have to look into that one.
you can buy. You've got to look for a size. You got to look for a lithium ion or something like that, or something like that. A lipo that's 14. It's called the 14500, and they're size of double A's. Just want to let you know that's the size you need. They're called 14500s.
I'm looking at Venom right now just to look for it.
I can put a link in the chat.
Type something and I'll make you a moderator, so you can actually put a link. Just type hi or something like that. I'll make you a moderator. Then you can. Okay, now you should be able to put a link. $4,300. Oh, they even Venom even makes some for the SCX24 now. Cool.
Too bad I've had many issues with Venom and I won't go back to them.
Oh yeah.
I heard that. Yeah.
I had issues with the battery and I had issues with the company. So.
Oops.
Yep, and I had everything they wanted and they said it was wrong. I'm like, how can it be wrong? It's from one of your authorized stores and here's the receipt, everything. And they wouldn't do anything. So
one thing's for sure, if you use the speed controller that comes on it, if you're using a lipo or anything like that, you should get a monitor for the battery to make sure it doesn't over drain. So it beeps. Just to keep that in mind.
Oh, there's a link. Venom Power.
My cat's going crazy.
So this is the battery that actually fits in there, no problem.
Yep, and it comes with 3 different types of plugs. So depending on what you want to use, the T plug, the XT60, and whatever the blue one is.
What kind of plugs do they usually have in the Tamiya kits?
Well,
Tamiya.
that kit does not come with an ESC. I believe it comes with the motor, but it does not come with the ESC. So I use a TEN-SCTE in mine.
Is it that big? Can fit in there?
Yeah, it fits in there, no problem, the TEN-SCTE. So this is a small little tiny battery, I guess, for it. I'll look that up, that's for sure.
That could be an 18650 battery. Look kind of on the long side.
And it's $20, so not bad.
Yeah.
Oh, we lost Tony. Oh no, he's still there. So who left then?
No, Brett. He just blacked himself out, and so did
Brett,
Randy. Everybody's
Randy.
blacked out.
Cool. Tony from CCXRC is there also in the chat. Hi, Tony. So those are good little packs, he said. Cool. I have to bookmark that one and make sure I pick one up. Yeah, mine is a tattoo battery.
That's, yeah, Jen's Ace.
So what really happened was, but you didn't call her.
So I got another question, I guess, for Tony. You work at Tamaya, right?
Yeah.
Said, where can you get them? You guys got a website, or can I look on eBay or Amazon or
For
just anything, just to see what they have?
you can go to tamiyausa.com.
Okay.
And then that'll basically tell you our product line. But you probably have a better chance of getting the product from somebody else.
Okay.
Most of the stuff that we have come in is shipped out to distributors. We do have an overstock of stuff for ourselves, but right now, because we're having shipping issues from China, pretty much everything is going to the distributor. So we are on this website, we are out of a ton of stuff.
Yeah. Just to look and see what kind of ones you got, you know.
Yeah,
I got the chrome upgrade for mine. So I got the chrome upgrade for the rear.
Ooh.
And I did get
cool,
the chrome
thanks.
upgrade. I did get the chrome upgrade for the front, but I have not installed it yet. But basically the body comes off. This is the original one. Body comes off, and then you take a clip off the front here, and then the whole front, this is where the battery goes.
All right, in there, yeah. That looks cool with the body
But
off.
there's the ESCs in the back here. There's a TEN-SCTE in the back, and I got my receiver on top.
That's what I did too.
So it usually has 2 stories here, and I did leave it there. So my receiver is actually on the 2nd story. You can barely tell, but
There's mine.
So Frank, I use a 2-in-1 combo for the receiver and speed controller from Horizon Hobby.
Okay.
Same as 1/18 scale buggies. So it just takes less room. I know there's a lot of room in there, but it actually looks neat with just 1 unit, and
Okay.
it works just as good.
I think you're gonna need to.
I just prefer to have them separate just in case. That's
Yeah,
just
but
me.
it doesn't draw that much power like with the 370 size motor.
Oh no, it has nothing to do with the power part of it for me. It's in case something goes wrong, I don't have to get another whole unit. I just change one or the other.
It's true. Yeah, as a general rule, I agree with you. But the amount of time that this thing is being used,
yeah.
Oh, I agree.
chance of failure is very slim.
Well, I like mine because it actually runs on 3S, so more power.
Oh, that's crazy.
Faster.
That's crazy. The front wheel would just wobble.
Yeah, death wobble.
More power. Brad likes that. He goes, how fast does it go? How fast does it go? That's
Yeah, that's I
Actually,
like that.
if you put a Traxxas motor in there from like a Teton or whatever, I think it's the same size. I think mine is a Traxxas. It's a lower turn and it's about 30% or so faster.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like it's noticeably faster.
Yeah, they're what 370 motors.
Yeah. It was a Traxxas or Dynamite motor, one of those two. I forgot which one I put in my car, and I noticed an instant boost.
Believe it or not, Tamiya makes a sport-tuned 370 motor. They do.
But I think
And
this
it's
is
like
might be
30,000 RPM.
Yeah, it might be along the same line or maybe faster. I'm not sure, but it's definitely faster than what it comes because the motor comes with it. It's slow.
And I've seen those things haul. I've seen people put the faster motors in them. Those things move out.
There's some guys who are putting foam tires on them and laying them on carpet, and they're ridiculous.
That's something that Brett might want to do, is race them in a carpeting against other people.
I've got foam tires that'll fit on it over here.
That would, you would race it on carpet. That'd be cool.
Yeah, there's no carpet tracks around right now. There is a shop opening in the east side of town. He's opening up. He's going to have a small carpet track in there. He's also going to have a whole section for semi trucks.
He should hire you temporary. He should have you as a temporary job guy.
It's an hour away from me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, my hobby shop's closing.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
Brett's already drooling because they're doing something with semis.
Yeah.
They've had that complex since in the 80s. So it's not like it's not been paid off, but the owners of the complex is raising the rent in the hobby shop. So they got to go.
Hey, Brett, you could if he's going to do carpet racing, you could also get dancing riders and stuff and dual riders racing.
Yeah. I know he has one already, so.
You guys can start the race. You need 3 people and you got a race going.
Yeah, but he and I are the only ones that know of those out there, so.
Well, then you just show them going around the track, and then they'll say, "Oh, this is interesting."
Easiest way to do that is whenever they got a race, show up with one and have him pull out his, and you two go out there, and everybody, hey, what is that?
Yeah.
Let me check one of these little buggers out.
So you can let them
And
know.
you can show that they're spry and they can be quick.
You can let them know that Matthew is planning to go. So
Hey,
they're fun.
KB,
Yes, sir.
Tamaya has their own website. Tamaya.
Somehow you guys.
.com or Tamaya, was it Tamaya
USA.
USA?
USA. Yeah,
Yeah.
Tony just
Yeah,
said
you'll
that.
be able to, you can that you'll see everything they had that's discontinued or on. You'll be able to see all that.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go on and see what they look like.
So
They make great rally and touring cars. They're one of some of the best in that arena, right, Tony?
Oh.
He just dropped out like that.
Yeah.
Another place you can go is where did you buy your Black Edition, Brad?
Tower Hobbies.
Yeah, if you go to Tower Hobbies and you sort them by Tamaya, by Buggy, you actually see what's there and what they have in stock. And sometimes it's just faster to browse through that.
What they have in stock, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and then you know the price right away for it. So.
But also, if you want to, if you want to see what they have entirely, what's been discontinued, or you'll be able to see it on their site.
How'd you get that there, Sang? How'd you get that?
Oh, this is an old 2012.
Oh, it's 2012 catalog.
Yeah, but it has the bruiser on it.
Yeah.
It has this.
I have those catalogs, but not the 2012. So they were doing those particular catalogs back then.
Mm-hmm. So here are some relatively modern buggies.
Yeah.
From Tamiya.
Cool. The DT, DT, DF.
They handle all these buggies. Handles amazing.
Even if they don't have adjustable pieces on it, you can.
This is a
get
cool truck. Yeah.
See,
Titan.
Go ahead, Brad.
They even if you get one that has solid, to control arms and stuff, the solid. If you want turnbuckles, you can buy turnbuckles to fit them. They have ways of doing that. People do that with their DT03s and DT02s all the time.
Yeah, I saw somebody on the YouTube actually build a TT02 buggy with the buggy style on it, with the longer arms, and it looked interesting. It looks, and I like the TT02, so I think that's a kit I could actually try building instead of buying a DT02 or whatever. I'd love to do the TT02 buggy style. Be interesting.
So you want the TT02s 4-wheel drives. So and they have lots of bodies that will fit that chassis.
Oh, yeah.
So you can choose whatever body you want for that, Frank.
That's to me, because it's 4-wheel drive, and I'd love to try it and actually jump with it. And at the Hollies, there's a couple places where we have nice little jumps. and to see how it actually would perform and actually how it would hold up on the jumps also.
And you just also got to find the body you like.
Yeah, well, it comes with a body. I don't care. I'll just paint it the style I like. A buggy body is a buggy body.
Well, the TTO2, one of them that they make, it comes with a painted body. I don't know if that's necessarily your thing to have a painted body.
Yeah, there's a couple of them that came with a painted body. Yeah.
I prefer unpainted.
Yeah.
I preferred painted because I can't paint. I wish I was up by you so I could have you do my cars saying.
Yeah, it's a pain. Either you really want to do it, like really like it, or you hate it. Most people, you don't get. Unfortunately, a lot of the new Tamiya kit, they even trim the body for you. Like some of the TTO2, like I have an Audi Quattro, they trim around the wheel well because a lot of people mess up around the wheel well.
Yep. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
But it's
Clear
easy.
body's the way to go, though.
I use an X-Acto knife and I score it like 2 or 3 times, and then over time it just bends and it has a nice clean cut.
Well, yeah.
Hey, Frank.
I use my scissors
Go.
and sander.
Yeah.
Frank, you should look at that. You should look at the Plasma Edge 2. They have an iridescent body for it that's colored, or it comes with a gunmetal one, which I like the most. But the iridescent one's like one of my second favorites.
That's the one I saw somebody build.
Yeah, you should. That would be your vehicle right up your alley. And I bet you, if you had to get a painted body, it'd be the iridescent one because that's what you like. You like that type of shifting in color.
Blacksmith says, "How close is the TTO2 to the Red Cat Lightning platform?"
It's not really. The Lightning has some ideas taken from the TTO2, but it's not really close to the TTO2. TTO2 drives a lot better right out of the box. The Lightning, the Lightnings, we actually have a race class for them, and they're hairy. So you got to redo the shocks and all that, but still keep it stock shocks, but you can tweak them and make them work better. But the TTO2 is just so much better handling, in my opinion.
Yeah, the TTO2 base kit has no adjustment on it, but as soon as you go up 1 crank or 2 crank from the TTO2, there you do have turnbuckles that you can adjust. You can tweak the suspension a little bit better. You get better shocks. There's a lot of different things you get with the TTO2 kit that are a little bit better. So
they also have they also have TRF parts for them, and you can the MS is the closest to the actual race type of chassis, the MS version of it. And don't forget they have belt-driven buggies too, and rally cars.
So
and touring cars.
I did not notice the time. It's 11:40, so we're past our 2-hour mark. So we're gonna start saying goodbye. So Brad, you like talking? Go ahead and talk.
Sorry, I get excited. I'm acquired taste. I can't help it. It's just part of my psychology, and I try to keep it toned down, but it's very difficult to do. I'm glad everybody showed up, even the ones who came in and out. I would like, I hope our panel keeps getting bigger and bigger. Our panel's been relatively large lately, and I enjoy that. So I hope there'll also be more people in the chat who eventually will want to come onto the live chat part, the video part. So thanks for all showing, and thanks for showing, panel. And there's so many things to talk about, even though some of you are tired of Tamiya's, but there's so many things to talk about.
Thank you, Brad. John Martin.
Thanks for having me, and interesting babbling about whatever tonight.
Yep.
And I'll catch you guys next week, and go out and race and break something.
Yeah.
I plan on doing it this weekend.
Cool. Go break something. Sang.
It's fun tonight. A couple of new faces. Well, one new face, Tony. Good to see new faces here, and learned a lot. Talked a lot about Tamiya's, and as always, have a lot of fun.
Yeah, and don't forget to stay after I end the live broadcast, Tony, because we do stay on a little bit and just chit chat offline, so you don't have to go right away. KBRC.
Thanks for having me, Tank. And it was fun. And I'm going to definitely check out that channel on that spur gear stuff, man.
Cool. Sir Chirp a lot.
Hey, how's it going, guys? I know I've been a bit quiet. Trying not to stab my fingers making new tow ropes.
Cool. Thank you. AZ Froggy.
Oh, thank you, Frank, for the invite. Thanks everyone in the chat for showing up. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up on the way out, and stay safe. Have a good week.
Cool. And Tony.
Yeah, sorry I came in kind of late tonight. Our dog just had a tumor on her eye, so she's had surgery, and so haven't been able to really do much of anything but pay attention to her and make sure she's okay. So, but it was fun. I'll be here. Yeah, hit me up for Tamiya Tuesdays. I'd love to kind of jump in there and
cool.
Just talk to Brad solely about Tamiya.
Yeah, I would like to have you as a regular, so we have a 4-panel group. We'd like to have you as a regular. Cool. Yes.
So thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on Tamiya Tuesday, next Tuesday, and then next Thursday for RC Talk. So, guys, charge up some batteries, go out there and have some fun and break something, because if you're not breaking anything, you're not having any fun.